All right, guys. Super excited. I want to welcome you to Constantinople. I'm your host. This is a podcast that I had a passion for. I wanted to bring you guys success stories that stretch beyond borders, where I give you a raw and unfiltered look into journeys of people who are changing their destinies in real time. Today's episode is actually a good representation of that because we're going to talk about breaking boundaries, we're going to talk about crossing borders, and I'll prove to you that ambition has no limits. I'm super excited because I'm interviewing today a good friend of mine, a recent friend, who I believe is part of a new wave of young drivers who isn't just hauling freight, who is not just transporting freight, he's actually changing culture. So he's a rising star across multiple social media platforms. He's got over 66,000 subs on YouTube, over 180,000 subscribers across TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where I believe he gives a funny and a very inspiring look at the life on the road. So without further ado, Mike Fat Stacks Bogdanov, take it away, my man.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
Good. Happy to be here. We're currently in Chicago. Konstantin came from Sacktown, Sacramento, all the way to Chicago to make this happen. Okay, I'm super excited to be here. We're both in the same industry, so you can tell that it's going to be a deep conversation because we understand each other so well. Instead of, two people talking in different industries, there's really not much connection there. And so, yeah, I'm a truck driver. I do social media. I started about 2 years ago for various different reasons. And today, yeah, we're almost at 200K followers across all platforms. And I try to make a video every day.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm going to start with first question because obviously a lot of people wonder, where did this name Fat Stacks originate from? Like, could you let us know exactly how that happened and where did that come from?
That's huge. There's a really overcomplicated, deep answer to this. But the gist of it is I used to study digital marketing. The king back then and even today of digital marketing is a guy called Russell Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
He, billionaire, easy at this point. He has a software as a service, ClickFunnels, which is a thing that allows you to build web pages. But he also focuses a lot on courses. And he had a student called Steven Larson. And he was a student of his. And obviously, if you're going to be in digital marketing, you have to make content. So I would watch Steve. I would watch Steve all the time. And he ran around and said Fat Stacks. And I fell in love with that term because it captures so much in just that little phrase, at least for me. So that's where the actual technical name came from. I heard him say it and I was like, wow, I resonate with that. But the reason I resonated is because I have 4 siblings. We grew up without a dad. My mom didn't have a job. We lived by a church. We got bread and potatoes once a week from the church and then hand-me-down clothes from the other kids in the church. And
I want to get into that story of your background a little bit, but I guess I wanted to find out, does the Fat Stacks does it have any connotation to money? Is it some kind of drive for money? Are you looking for, does money motivate you?
So the reason I brought up my childhood is because we never had enough. You go to school, and then lunchtime comes around, and then all the kids go down the stairs and they go to the cafeteria, they eat their little pirozhiki, whatever. I never had money for that. And then I just have to do circles around the school or something. I was hungry the whole day. And then you walk home 2-3 miles, whatever it was, through 3 feet of snow. And then you get home and you open up the fridge and half the time there's no food in there either. And so
money's been a problem, right?
You're always hungry. And then as a kid, it just leaves these deep scars. Scars as in you make a resolve within yourself, saying, I will never be poor. I don't care what it takes. I want to be rich. I've definitely tasted the not being rich. And so every sense, and again, I don't think it's I sat and I meditated and I came up with this goal, I want to make money. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood. I will never be poor. I'd rather be miserable and work hard and whatever, than to settle for something that's not top of the top. Financially speaking, I want to be set.
Okay.
And so I don't know. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that gives us an idea of what your background is and where you come from. But I actually want to dive a little bit deeper into that
Sure.
because can you tell the audience a little bit of where you're from, what country you're from,
Nice.
where your parents are from? Were you born in this country, and what's your story? What were you before trucking?
Yeah. I'll go all the way back. I
Yeah,
was
for
born
sure. I would like start at
19,
stage.
1994, baby. I'm 31.
Oh, nice.
I was born in December. Okay, so December 1994, December 8th. If anybody cares about this, anyways, you understand. And I was born in Kazakhstan. Obviously, at the time, the Russian community was like also oppressed by the Kazakhs, which is the people in Kazakhstan, but also the Turkish people. It's like, at least my little village that I grew up in, Kaskelen, it's like, I don't know, maybe an hour drive from the capital. And the Turkish people, they had it figured out. And then the Kazakh people, they also had it figured out. And then whoever was Russian that was not in the main city, they would get like an example of that is there was some Kazakh people that were our neighbors, and they were having some kind of project. And because they're so connected with the city, there's a lot of politics. And if you know somebody, you're powerful.
Right.
Their little project needed like 10 feet of our property, 10 feet of our space. And they just said, hey, we're going to take this, but it's our property. And there's nothing we can do. My dad's nowhere to be found.
Just because you were Russian?
Well, not because I'm Russian, but because we really couldn't defend ourselves.
And because lack of money, lack of representation, or
Sure. Lack of money, obviously.
Okay.
We couldn't hire a lawyer. You can't do anything. You can't really go fight. The police is also on their side.
Okay.
And the politics are on their side, right? Because I'm assuming you have to go to some kind of state building. I don't know how it works over there, but if you want to... Anyways, they just want to say, well, we're taking this land. And
got it.
We're like, okay, there's nothing we can do. What are you going to go fight them? They have police. I don't know. It's just, they're bullying us.
Okay. And you mentioned you said 4 brothers, right?
I have 3 brothers, 4 of us total. So,
okay.
And then 1 sister. So 5 total kids.
Are you oldest or youngest?
Negative. I'm in the middle.
You're middle, okay.
My older brother, he's 33, I think. My sister's 34. Sister's 33. I'm the worst. As in remembering. Anyways, and then I'm just turned 31 because it's December 8th.
Nice.
And the one younger after that is 25, I think. His name is Gleb. Smart guy. And then David is, you guys know David. Mr. David.
Right. We'll get to David too.
Whoever watches my stuff.
Yes.
You have no choice but to know who David is.
Yeah, but can you tell us a little bit of how you were? What were you like back in like high school days? Like what you enjoyed doing? What was like your pastime, or what was something that kind of kept you going in that time where you don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of resources, but what was the thing that you guys were up to as a family or as brothers? Like how'd you spend your time?
Okay, so
growing up,
I'm growing up in my little town, always fighting.
Between yourselves?
No. Well, not sure. Between the siblings, sometimes you have conflict, but like at school between...
Oh, okay.
Remember how I said politics, Kazakhs, Turkish?
Got it.
But it's also in like the Slavic community to fight.
Correct.
In America, they don't fight.
Correct.
You get a 10-day suspension, you get that once, you're done. Maybe there's 2 or 3 people that are somewhat violent in America, and that's it. Eventually they get expelled, and that's it. In Russia, that's like standard operating procedures. Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Like
after Russia was the same. Back in the 90s, it was all about that.
Yes.
It would be like rayon na rayon. Right?
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're
Before school, on lunch break, after school, there's always a fight. You always got a black eye. It's normal. And I came here and I had the same philosophy for a little bit, not for long. Like literally first 3 weeks, I was trying to roundhouse people in the head, like in the playground. And then the principal's like, what are you doing? Like, where are you from? You're an animal. And so I quickly, you quickly learn that, hey, this is not okay. Otherwise, you're going to have problems.
Sure.
So I stopped fighting right away. I joined 5th grade when I got here. That was like Columbus downtown somewhere.
So you immigrated and
Yeah. I flew out. My family flew out. We got sponsored by my aunt. She came out 10 years before us. Anyways, we end
How
up in
old were you?
America.
How old were you when you
I was
immigrated?
11.
You were 11? I was actually 10 when I immigrated.
Oh, right on.
So we were like, oh, look at this.
Hashtag immigrants.
Yes.
Nice. And
Okay.
yeah, we came here in 2005 when I was 11, and then that's it. I get sent to some ghetto school, and I'm learning how to navigate. I knew no English whatsoever. No, yes, that's it. And so that was tough because they just throw you in there. Yes, they put you in these ESL classes, English second language, but it's not going to help really. But what helped me a lot is that, and all of my siblings, is that my oldest brother, he was 15. I was, I was 11. It doesn't matter. Oldest 15, the youngest wasn't born yet. David wasn't born. David is a true American. First
He was
generation.
born here.
Yeah.
Got it.
My mom was pregnant on a plane, so it was close. Anyways, yeah, I get to 5th grade. I didn't know English. You kind of go, I don't know why I went from 5th to 6th, 6th to 7th, because like you literally know zero English. How are you supposed to like pass your classes if you know zero English? Math maybe, but everything else like social studies, science, whatever, man. First 3 years were bumpy because I'm trying to catch up to speed. After that, I'd start doing a little bit better, but I didn't really have
sports.
I didn't have passion for school. No, I tried out. I tried out for soccer. I tried out for football, and I was good. I was athletic. I would say athletic growing up, but we never had money for physicals, for uniforms, for any kind of forms. And yeah, I would try out, and then they would ask for like $200 physical, and then my mom doesn't have money, so where am I going to get it? And I was 11, and then 12, 13. By the time I was 16, I was able to play. I didn't really do it, but I did find my enthusiasm, passion in sports like skateboarding, snowboarding. I boxed for a little bit, nothing professional, but I enjoyed that. And
what was your biggest like hobby?
skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
I would, yeah.
That was your pastime.
As soon as I get off school,
Skateboarding. Did you break any legs?
we skipped the homework part. We didn't do homework, and we would go and skate. I had a skate park relatively close to me. Would go there, and I would do that. And because I grew up in Ohio, you know, in the wintertime, you can't really skateboard because it's snowing, raining, whatever.
Right.
California would be nice. And but I watched a lot of California, like on YouTube videos. It doesn't matter. I did skateboarding, and then in the winter, when the weather wasn't so good, I would go to Mad River. Mad River is a snowboarding resort 1 hour away from Columbus. I would get a season pass, and then, but this is a little bit later when I got a job. I started making a little bit of money because snowboarding is a lot more expensive than playing soccer for your high school team.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit, or can you tell the audience rather, a little bit about who your parents are? What was your mom doing? What was your dad doing?
Yeah.
Did your mom just be, a homemaker, or was your dad,
Right.
just a breadwinner for the family? What was that like for you guys?
My mom, she was always home watching the kids.
She didn't work.
Because there's a lot of us and we're all little. And so she was always a homestay mom. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of support from the community-ish, more or less, with food, with clothes, with things like that from church. And my dad was not in the picture most of the time. He would just disappear for a couple months and then come back for a month and then leave.
For work or what?
No, not really. He would just leave. Well, I would say for the first maybe 5 years of my life, there was some kind of support. He had a job. He did what he could, but it wasn't very consistent. As far as money and as far as being
present
in the family, yeah.
So he was not interested in the family?
I don't know. I didn't really spend much time with him after like 11, 12, 13. And so if I got a chance to meet him again, I won't be bitter. I'm sure they did the best they could.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing because this is actually a very, very important part of, a child growing up is the dad, right?
Yeah.
Your dad is probably the biggest influence in your life.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting thing you said that he wasn't in or part of your life. Were your parents divorced or?
No, they were together. It's just he, I guess, wasn't the most.
Were they separated?
No, they were together. They were married, legally married in the place where I grew up. And then when we came to the States, eventually they got divorced.
Oh, so they did get divorced.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
And then they split up. My mom had custody. And then that's it.
I see.
He just left for good, and then we grew up alone. Me
I
and my
see.
siblings and my mom.
Okay. Okay. So who would you say was your biggest influence early on?
The streets.
The streets?
I
Is there
didn't sell.
anyone
I didn't.
specific? Is there like a
I.
person that you were looking up to? Because
I
obviously
didn't. I didn't.
every
I got you. I got you. I didn't sell drugs. That's what. So by streets, I don't mean that. But I did grow up like, because you wake up right, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. You wake up at 5, 6, 7, probably like 6:37. You catch the bus. You go to school. You come back. I would grab my skateboard and I would go. I wouldn't come home till 10, 11, midnight. And then I'd go to sleep. Like I never lived at home for like all of my childhood. So I wouldn't say I got my influence from the house or something. My mom was super, super, triple, super religious. Okay. She was a hardcore Christian. And us siblings, we really had no choice but to be part of that community. And so we'd go to church.
like Christian, can you specify?
Baptist.
Baptist?
Yeah, you go to church, you sing, you
Got it.
listen to the sermons, you come home, and that happens every Sunday.
I think a big portion of our audience would really be able to relate with that.
Yeah, I know, especially in the Slavic community,
Yes.
you have no choice.
Yes.
Well, maybe you do, but for us, it was like goddamn 10 Bible studies a week, 2 a day, three a day on Sunday. Okay, extra holy on Sunday. I don't want to throw rocks at Christianity. For the people that do it, good for you. You rock. I just found my guidance in a different way.
Yes.
I don't want to throw rocks at anything. My moral compass is set on a different set of rules in a way. We can get into it later, I guess, but
let's stay on family.
Good.
Because
I forgot, what was I supposed to answer?
I'm trying to understand who your influence is.
Oh, good.
As
I do.
Early on.
I do want to answer that. So me being Baptist, that's one piece of it, and I'll never get rid of that, even if I want to. That's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up with it. But growing up, I wasn't much at the house. But I do want to point out one gentleman. His name is Cecilio. When we first came here,
Because he's Italian?
No, Dominican Republic.
Oh.
That's where he's from. And he lived like 4 houses down. He had a gym inside of his garage. He had a boxing bag inside of his garage. And like the first month, not the first month, excuse me, because we lived in a ghetto for like the first 9 months. And then we moved from like the city, Columbus, Ohio, to like outskirts of, every city has like a highway that's around it.
Mm-hmm.
For us is 270. We're outside of that loop, if that makes sense. And so, which is the second place that we lived at after about 9 months. Okay, we moved. Anyways, when we got to the new place, by then I knew a little bit of English already, 9 months, going to school every day. I was just walking on the street and he's like, hey, who are you? And with my little barely, with my weak English, we started talking a little bit, and he realized that we don't have a dad. We are just kind of whatever. And so he took that. It wasn't like an official, like, hey, I'm going to be your father. But that was the first, like, father figure thing that was in my life. And it truly was.
Was he closer to your age, or was he just
no, older guy?
I guess let's just keep that going. You were saying that that gentleman by the name of Cecilio, you said, right?
Yeah.
Was your father figure?
Yeah.
You didn't have like a older brother who took your dad's place in a way, like because I guess my question is, what does family mean to you? What does it mean to have the brothers?
Yeah.
How did you guys grow up together? Did the fact that the dad was absent, did that pull you guys more closer together? And because that's how it happened to me. I don't know if that's something you can relate to.
No, that's huge.
Tell me about that.
Did our family come together, our siblings come together? That 100% true. And my brother, my older brother, which is about 5 years older, he took my dad's position financially, but not in like
He took on his
He
responsibility
took his responsibility financially. So I can get deeper into it.
as a
But
provider, right? Like as a
provider,
financial
yeah.
provider.
When he was 15, he assumed, because at some point my dad left, and then when that vehicle was driving away, right there and then he knew that he has to take this. He has to take this position. So he immediately got 3 jobs wherever he could, plumbing, helping somebody out, doing some work, whatever. And he worked 3 jobs for 15 years, from 15 to 30, until I was able to get on my feet, until Gleb was able to get on his feet. And I mean, Ole was more or less always independent, but yeah, so that huge, like without him, I would never be who I am. I wouldn't be able to go to the military. I wouldn't be able to find myself as a man. I wouldn't, like a tree, if you plant it, it needs nourishment and it needs like the nutrients to one, like sprout through the ground, but also to develop in a healthy way and also keep growing and growing to become like a full-size tree. If you are missing any of these things, the tree could just die in the ground, the seed. Or if it grows, it could be little like this and it can acquire some kind of disease and that's it. It'll be a small tree. But yeah, Cecilio was my role model. He taught me how to run. He taught me how to box. He was a man and he was in really good shape. He could run really well. And so that kind of inspired me to be athletic.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, he didn't, he didn't do any of that. He didn't do sports. He didn't do, basically, I never caught myself saying, I wish I could be like my dad. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
It was always
inspire
zero inspiration. And so
you.
when this guy came along, I thought he was like a real man. He can fight. He can lift weights. He looks good, like in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I want to be like him. I ever asked him, I was like, dude, how do you keep biceps? He laughed, but then he showed me. Anyways,
That's cool.
yeah.
Good. I wanted to actually, since we're on that subject, I wanted to actually ask you about your brother David specifically, because I'm going to tell you personally, because when I met you and then I met David after, I think that was at the second Elville event.
Yeah.
He told me that there's something going on where he didn't develop his speech enough,
Yeah.
or I'm not really sure. That's kind of what I want to ask. But the thing that inspired me about it is the fact that you felt that you had the responsibility to take him under your wing almost, and take him and teach him, and and to be able to be his inspiration.
I got you.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I think that's probably the biggest characteristic that really made me really notice your character and the positivity of that. What is that about? What drives that?
So it's true that David, not everything's there. He had speech impediment since day one, and he never truly developed, at least for his age.
Mm-hmm.
I would say right now he's more intelligent and he's more articulate than a 4-year-old. So he developed to some extent, but for his age, he never kept up. You know what I mean? So, but he's really, really smart guy. I always get these comments, like almost every video that I post that has David in it. They say, "Oh, does he speak, or is he slow? Is he okay? Like, is he all there?" And it's true. He's not as smart as he could be, but it's not about intellect. It's just that's how he was born. And so, but the reason I spent the most time with him, more than any other sibling, is I think it's a good fit. Our characters fit and our personalities fit really well. Because I'm hostile and aggressive. It might not look like it on my videos, but my energy matches his really well. And
In what way?
I think it's a good, his personality David's personality overpowers my older brother. Like my younger brother would yell or he would get angry, but Vaisa doesn't step in and put him in place, as an older brother should. And there's nothing wrong with Vaisa, there's nothing wrong with David. It's just that dynamic is not as appropriate as it is between me and him.
So what do you
When
like more?
he acts up with me, I don't resort to violence right away. If I need to, I need to. In the beginning, there was a lot more of that. But now, me and David understand each other so well because we've been with each other for so long. As soon as he got out of school, he was in the truck with me full time. But before that, I would still take him in the truck during the summertime, and we would go and we'd work. And being so close with each other all the time, we're like synced up really well. So synced up as in he knows where my lines are, I know where his lines are, and we don't cross them. But we work.
Did you have a responsibility to him? Like, did you feel like you needed
I
to
I
take him under your wing or teach him? Like, I mean, you're not the oldest brother, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like, you're not like, what drove you to
right.
do that? Is it just the fact that you guys connected more on the characteristics, or is it just because you felt
That's a good question.
more in your heart to do that?
I did not mention that I went to the military. I
You
did.
did not.
I did 5 years in the Marines, and
What year was that?
it's hard. Right, 1 year after high school. So when I graduated high school, I was 18, and then I messed around. I did a couple jobs here and there, and I got a call from the recruiter one day. I was at the skate park doing tray flips, and I get a call from him. He's saying, "Hey, do you have tattoos on your neck or your face?" I was like, "What is this?" Because he didn't identify himself right away. I was like, "No, I don't have any tattoos." He's like, "Well, this." Anyways, we started talking. He convinced me that that's what I should be doing with my life. I got sent out to boot camp probably like 6 months later because he wanted to set me in for infantry. I was like, "Bro, I don't want to do that." He was like, "All right, what do you want to do?" And for some reason, I had a fascination for aviation. I thought it pays well. I thought it was cool enough to do it as a job. And he said, "Yeah, there's a lot of aviation in the military. I could hook something up." He was like, "First things available, 6 months from now, you can be a helicopter mechanic." I was like, "I bet, let's do it." So I went through helicopter school. Well, you go to boot camp, then you go to whatever school that you're supposed to go to, right? If you're infantry, you're not going to go to helicopter school. And I got stationed in San Diego. I spent 5 years in San Diego. But the reason I brought up the military is because it's kind of hard to explain, but most of the time, a person spends only 4 or 5 years in the military. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 50 people that was in there with me, more or less the same time. They checked in either a year before or a year after. Like 45 out of 50 only did one term. There's only a handful of people that re-enlist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if this is exclusively applicable to my squadron or my MOS, which was my job, but basically most people don't re-enlist. And because that's the case, I want to focus on the 95% by saying that your 4 years that you serve is an equivalent of like a 70-year lifetime of a person that didn't serve. The reason why is because when you check in, you are literally an infant. You have zero responsibility, and they have 100% control over your life as to what you do. They control when you wake up, what you eat, where you go, where you don't go, how fast you should run. Like boot camp is extreme micromanagement. Like if they don't want you to blink, they can give you an order not to blink. And if you blink, you're going to be doing push-ups. Like it's extreme micromanagement. So this is how you start. But 5 years later, the reason it's 5 years for me is because my job takes a little bit longer for me to go through helicopter school. Infantry is much quicker. You go 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here, you're ready to deploy. For helicopters, our school is much longer. And so, but they still want to get 4 years out of you, right? So they sent you to boot camp for 3 months, helicopter school for 7 months. That's 1 year, more or less. And then the rest of the time you serve at like in the fleet where you're supposed to do your job. Anyways, so in the beginning, you're an infant. All the way at the end of your career of 5 years or 4 years, you're like the most senior thing in that world. Let me give you an example. At some point, we got deployed to Japan. And then we had to do some cross-training from South Korea. I think China was there, and I think somebody from the Philippines. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But basically, a couple countries did like a cross-training type of thing. and they have their helicopters landing on our aircraft carrier. Obviously, we have our own helicopters that we fly out and we do operations with them, and then the other helicopters land and they're doing this whole thing. And like, I remember one of our helicopters came back with one of the engines not working. It has 3 engines. I was the senior mechanic on that whole boat this is at the end of my term, obviously.
Right.
After we came back from the deployment, I did 6 more months and I was out. But I'm saying I was the senior mechanic, and ultimately I have to make the decision if this helicopter is going to fly off of the boat to the mainland Japan, which is, I don't know, 2 hours of flight. Well, first I need to go there and assess the engine. 2, I need to decide if it's good to go. 3, technically the helicopter can fly on 1 engine, so you don't even need 2, but it had 2. But it's still like a huge thing, because if the second one goes out and the third one goes out because of an electrical issue or something, like, I'm responsible for the 50 people that were on the plane and the 2 pilots. Like, basically, from having literally zero responsibility to having people's lives at your hands. And we do like crazy, like after 5 years, like there's nothing on the helicopter that you can't do. Like,
They teach you everything.
They teach you everything, and that responsibility is on you. So, like, the main rotor head, right? The helicopter has 2 spinning things. For the people that don't know what a rotor head is, there's a main rotor head, there's a tail rotor head.
Right.
Like that main rotor head and the tail rotor head too, they have bolts that need to be torqued. And it's like a sequence torque. You run it at whatever, 115 foot-pounds, and then 170 foot-pounds, and then 200 foot-pounds. Like, there's a sequence, and then it all has to be done, like, in the meticulous way where you don't miss a single step. Because that main rotor head spins 60, 70 revolutions per minute, and it's like extremely dangerous. Like, if you miss a bolt, the whole helicopter will literally crash. Like, if you get complacent,
meticulous with it.
If you get complacent, that's it. People start falling out of the sky. You start killing people. So the amount of responsibility that's on you, the amount of pressure that's on you in only 4 years, 5 years, it's insane. That's what I mean. Like, the 5 years there is an equivalent of 70 or 80 years of just being a regular person. Because you go through the same steps. You're an infant, you go to preschool, you go to first grade, high school, you get your driver's license. It's like these incremental steps of responsibility. In the military, it's like, holy shit. It's
so
like,
the learning curve is much quicker, much steeper, and then your level of responsibility is elevated.
Insane.
So would you say that level of responsibility is what actually led you to grow? The
reason, because right before I got into the military, you asked me, why is David in my life, or why do I feel the responsibility to be his dad or whatever, father figure? And more than maybe I'm qualified to, because I have an older brother and he should be doing this job. In the military, because of this sharp curve, at year 2, maybe even 3, you start getting handed like leadership positions. You are a squad leader. These 5 Marines, I was a Marine. I think I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Some people might think I'm Army or something. I'm not Army. God damn it. Marines, brother.
Just for the record, he's in the Marine.
So at like your 2nd year, more or less, honestly, for me, it was day 1. In boot camp, based on your athletic ability, based on your height, based on your just physique, manliness, I guess, they have to decide, out of these 50 people, we have to choose 4 leaders. And these are squad leaders. And then there's 10 people behind each one. Day 1, bro, as soon as I got off the bus, he was like, you're a squad leader. Just because I looked athletic, and because, I don't know, I showed some level of assertiveness more than others. Because some people are timid. They're like, get off the bus. There's no sense of intensity or urgency or anything. They're just kind of lost.
Yeah.
I knew right away, it's like, yo, I need to survive here. Who is the most dominant guy? What's the system? How do I be the best? Like, I don't know. It's just very athletic, very competitive.
I got
upfront. And so that's a side note. After about 2 years of being in the fleet, or it's incremental, but it gets pretty serious after 2 years, where there are people that are in charge of you, or excuse me, you are in charge of people. And so you have to train them, right? Because these new guys came in and they need to know how to fix helicopters. And the guys up top are doing more important things than to train basic things like oil changes and whatever. And you have to start doing these things. And it's not only helicopter stuff. Marines is like a lifestyle. So like if you have somebody fat that's not able to meet the physical requirements,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like a leader, I need to make sure that he's good. So I have to go and wake him up at 5 a.m. We have to run together, and I have to make sure he's up to speed. Like it's like the whole thing of military is like there's a huge piece of it that's leadership. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that in my 4 years, which is really 7 years, because I got to experience dozens of times where I had to take a brand new guy that doesn't know anything and make him responsible enough to fully assess the health, let's say, of the helicopter and sign off on it and send it for a flight. That's huge. When the pilots come out,
Yeah.
they do a quick glance at the engines, but they don't really know what they're looking at. They know how to fly. Yes, they know it's an engine. Yes, they know it runs on jet fuel, but they don't really know how to inspect it. The
Right.
guy that I trained, because I'm at that point huge, like, right, I'm top, I'm training the high guys. I don't have time to be babysitting. So the guys that I trained are now training how to check the engine to send this aircraft to space. So basically, I made him from a baby to, let's say, a 30-year-old in military terms to be able to do this very responsible task of signing off on a helicopter to go fly.
Got it.
And because I've done this so much, I know what not to do. I know very well, like, how to balance the punishment versus reward, right? If somebody's acting up, then you don't need to reward that. Otherwise, there's going to be more of that. This is like, in theory, easy to understand, but when you're working with like certain personalities, right? Because personalities are different too. Somebody's timid. They're really book smart. They like books, but they're quiet. Or you can have like a macho man come in and like, I'm the boss here. And so you have to learn how to talk to each one.
Yeah.
Because if you say to the super competitive guy, you're fucked up, you're wrong, you better bring your a better attitude to work tomorrow. This is going to be an inspiring to him. He's going to be like, damn, I'm not a loser. Let me prove this guy that I'm right. But if you say to the timid guy that he's fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to close up. That's it. You created a gap. He won't ever listen to you again because you don't know how to talk to him. And so after dozens of people, students or whatever, Marines, when I came home, I knew that David was all kinds of messed up because he didn't have a dad. He doesn't listen to my older brother because he's just, the personality's not there. And my older brother, unfortunately, doesn't have the same experience as me. One, understanding where he's lacking, where he needs to be better, or what he's naturally good at, and what should I praise. And as soon as I came home, I was like, holy shit, like, this is not okay. His behavior, because he had complete absence of sense of authority from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers had no influence. My brother had no influence.
Got it.
Mom had no influence. Nobody could tell him what to do. He's just, I wouldn't say he was spoiled brat because he wasn't spoiled. We were poor. But as far
He just didn't have any guidance.
yeah, zero guidance. And so when I came, I was like, oh, like, there's like 50 blinking red lights. This is
Got
called
it.
check engine lights.
So that's interesting that you mentioned that story because, yeah, you want
Well, the one more thing is I saw how bad the scenario was,
to. Uh-huh.
and it was so natural for me to step in and start building them up the same way I did when I got out of the military.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't know the story about the military at all, actually, prior to this podcast. I had no clue, actually. So that is actually very, very surprising, but it seems like you needed that experience to be able to take that back into your family and get basically not only influence others or which kind of pick yourself up from from poverty and everything, but also help your brothers, help your younger brother actually, and
You framing it like this somehow highlights me as the hero.
correct.
And maybe that's true to some degree, but I want to come back just a little bit to say that without my older brother, I would not be able to spread my wings as a man, right? Because if he was lacking, it would naturally be my responsibility to pick up what he can't pick up or doesn't want to pick up. Because I'm also a man. We have the way we're wired is we're providers. And when I see my mom struggling, when I see David not being raised how he should be, and let's say my older brother was a turd and did not pick up that way, it would have to be my turn, which means I wouldn't go to the military, which means I wouldn't learn how to do that, which means I wouldn't have dozens of experiences on how to do it. So basically, the thing that glues all this together is my older brother's sacrifice. So without him, none of this would be possible.
I mean, I agree. I can't say that it's entirely correct to say that, because I know exactly what you're saying. Because I, as a man, I also understand that, and with siblings as well. I have an older brother. I know exactly what you're saying. That it's kind of it's like a team effort.
Yeah.
So and that makes sense. I'm not saying that your other brothers have no credit in this. Obviously, they do. Everything had to kind of fall in place for you guys to be able to unify it, if you will, right? So that's the point, right? The point is that you guys as a family were able to persevere through the difficult part of not having a guidance, of not having a father, not having the resources, the money to get yourselves out there. So that's a very important part of what. And it actually, builds on top of whatever happened to you in your life afterwards. So let's transition and switch gears a little bit and go into trucking, right?
Yeah.
So how did you actually get into trucking? What drove you into that, and where did you actually begin? How old were you? And
when I came from the military, actually, no, just real quick. I got out of the military, but I knew that, I don't know how to say it. I knew that a job was a trap. What I mean by that is before
9 to 5?
Yeah, 9 to 5. This seems like common sense, but most people do is they know that, but they still go and they work a job, and then that's it. They don't ever take a risk. And then at the end of their life, I don't know, they get surprised why nothing's working out. The reason I say that is because before they let you out of the military, you have to take a certain amount of classes to be fully reintegrated into society. Because the military is a completely different life, completely different world. Like, we never had any financial stress because the government just pays you. You're a government employee, believe me, you're always going to have a check. And you sign a contract for 5 years, which means you can't really quit. You're stuck with it. You're like in prison, in a way, in many ways, unfortunately. But when I was going through these classes to get reintegrated back to society, I had a lot of options. By the way, I keep jumping all over the place. I mentioned the growth of the person in 5 years. Because I was so naturally competitive, I almost didn't have a choice to go all the way to the top. Because there are people that get stuck over here. They don't have as much responsibility, but because the military needs you to be responsible, they are treated so bad. Like, you're treated less than dirt. You're a grown man. Like, you joined at 19, and like by the time you're 24, you're almost ready to get out, but you're treated like a 4-year-old. It's so terrible. Like, if basically you have two choices, you either pick up responsibility, which comes with respect, or you don't pick up responsibility, but you're treated like, I don't know, like a homeless person that's addicted to heroin that's sitting on the side of the corner. Like, people don't see him. There's zero respect for him. If the homeless person starts to talk, like, you don't even recognize it. You don't acknowledge him as a human being. It's
Right.
like a dog or something. I'm not saying, I am saying that. Like in the military, if you're not willing to pick up responsibility, you're just not treated really nice.
You're basically frowned upon. Let's just say.
Yeah. You're like a turd. You're not a good person. You're not a good human. I don't even want to associate with you, because if people see us hanging out, this is going to be bad for me. You're a meaningless existence.
That's interesting.
It's so harsh. Dang, I lost my train of thought. You asked me.
No, you were saying that that the military forced you into responsibility, so that I mean, how did that ultimately lead you into trucking?
We transitioned to, I said I didn't want to get a job. Basically, because I was so high up the food chain, or whatever. I had all the qualifications.
In the
I had,
military.
in the military, I had really, really good high job offers.
Mhm.
Like with Boeing, you can start out at 6 figures, 150, 160. Because you're so high, the qualifications transition into the civilian world.
Right.
You can start up really high if you were high up here.
Got it.
Because they know, they're like, dude, if you were managing 50 people, if you were responsible signing off 12 aircraft a night,
Yeah.
if you're going through all these really meticulous inspections, you're responsible.
And you're like 24 at this point,
Right,
right?
24. And
Okay.
so I had so many really good job offers, but I knew it would be a huge trap. You get a high paying job, you get a nice car, you get a house, you get a wife, you get kids, you're fucked. Because after that, if you try to do some kind of entrepreneurial things, it's not going to happen. You're all tied up. Anyways, I knew that was real. And because of that, I had a little pillow saved up from the military. I don't know, maybe 15K. And I went and I was homeless for about 6 months, living in my car in Los Angeles. This is nice because it's warm. It's not nice because there's so many homeless people and people knock on your doors, they look on your car.
Hold on a second.
I got
Hold on a
robbed.
second. I think I missed it. Why did you become homeless?
I got robbed while sleeping in my car. Can you believe that? They stole my laptop, my bag, my early cameras. It was bullshit. I wanted low overhead. I don't want a car payment. My car was paid off at the time. I didn't want a rent payment.
Okay.
I just wanted my 15K to be able to buy food for as long as I can and pay for my subscriptions, as in the ClickFunnels, because I was studying digital marketing. As soon as I got out, all my eggs were in that basket.
So you basically, you knew coming out of military, you knew exactly what you wanted to do.
Exactly.
You knew that you wanted to be in digital marketing or creation.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Interesting.
Military is tough because it's 12 on, 12 off. You sleep 12 hours, you work 12 hours. But that's not true, because it takes you wake up and it takes you more or less an hour to get ready. You got to put on your uniform, your badges, take a shower, eat breakfast, and then you commute to work. And then also you have to show up like 30 minutes before your shift actually starts so you can get the ball rolling. So really, it's like 14 and 10.
Okay.
But after 6, 7 hours of sleep, you only have 2, 3 hours free time. And maybe this is normal for some people, or you consider this to be normal, but if you're trying to build a business in 3 hours of free time or 2 hours that you have, it's tough. But I kept dabbling with it. All the time that I had, I would get a tripod. But believe it or not, on my YouTube channel, they're all unlisted. Like the videos are unlisted, so people can't see them, but they're still on there. The first videos that I made as a vlogger. And I didn't even have anything to talk about. I just, going through my struggles today. I didn't get as much down, blah, blah. I was trying to focus on this.
Let me take a pause for a second.
It was that type of videos.
You were already involved in content creation in the military. Right?
Yes, but it was not, I repeat, it was not who I am today. Holy moly. Because...
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
It
was not who you are today. What do you mean by that?
It was like a form of cheating or fraternization or whatever you want to call it if you're not committed to your job. I'm a helicopter mechanic. I signed a contract to serve the country for 5 years. That's it. There's no side hustle. There's no side job. You're going to be a helicopter mechanic.
Got it.
Until you get out.
Sense.
This is the philosophy that I knew that existed, but that also everybody followed. And so it was really dangerous for me to get off work and start going live, because everybody follows me. They all follow my number. Like, it's only a matter of time before I start popping up in their feed. And I didn't want my peers to see it. I didn't want the higher chain of command to see it.
Makes sense.
I couldn't post it. And to some degree, this is bullshit, because you could get off base. You can talk about topics that are not in any way affiliated with the military. And maybe there is a way around it. But I had a huge, huge mental barrier that I know every single person either had at some point or still has. I tell them, why aren't you making content? This is where it's going. Video is the future. You see so many people making millions and millions of dollars on the internet because they have the courage to click record. Why aren't you doing it? Oh, I don't know. I don't have time.
Got it.
What will my friends think? Or I don't know how to do cameras. Or I don't know how to edit. Or I don't know how microphones work. Or I don't know none of that is real. You take a couple classes, boom, you figured it out. You can start going live. I don't know what to say. Fucking say something. It doesn't matter. Say something and then you'll grow into it.
Got it.
The reason I'm so confident in saying that, because I went through that journey. When I was in the military, I was shy as hell. Shy as in, not shy, I was a fucking macho man, but shy as in I'm too good for social media. Like if I go to the gym, I'm better than you. If we play a sport, I'm better than you. If we go compete.
You were just ultra competitive.
Sure, but what I'm trying to say is that in the military, if we compete like in helicopters in some way, I'll win, believe me. But when it came to click and record and saying, hey guys, I started this thing, I'm excited about it, follow my page, click the like button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It felt like I lost all of my accolades. I lost all my prestige. I came down to some shithole something, and now I feel like a piece of shit. Click and record, who is that guy? He's going to make videos? He's going to be in the next star? Who the fuck do you think he is? And these are the thoughts that ran through my head, but also I didn't want the chain of command to see it. I didn't want some dude from high school to see it. I didn't want the girl that I had a crush on to see it. I was just like, this is my private life. If you want to compete in my circle, I win.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to be vulnerable and click record and look stupid, because you're going to look stupid.
Yeah.
Your camera's shaking. You don't understand lighting. You don't know what to say. You're saying,
Yeah.
You have no flow whatsoever. Hey, guys, so I tried editing this video and nobody wants to see that. You're getting your flow. It takes time. And so I didn't have it for a long time. But I knew I wanted to focus on video. And so I kept trying to do what I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Emotionally, mostly. I could do anything. Anybody can do anything. But they can't do it because of some bullshit they got in their head. Some idea saying, oh, somebody's watching. I don't want them to know that I'm making videos. And I got out in 2019. I went in 14. I got out in 19. That's 5 years. From 19.
So can I pause you for a second?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Please save it.
Yeah.
For this, because this is important for anybody that wants to start social media, which I don't know why you wouldn't. My idea was born to make content around 2017. That's when I figured out that content was that's my life purpose. That's my path in life. That's where I'm supposed to go. But I didn't, because of some bullshit that I believe in, just fake ideas. I didn't start making content till I was about 27, which doesn't make sense because I said a year in my age. Let me see. 2017.
So 24, you got out of the military,
21
right?
was COVID. So 2023. So from 2017, 6, 7 years.
Okay.
I was not making content mostly because of what I thought people would think. But if you break that down and you start reading books and trying to understand who you are, and you'll realize that you went through life, somebody told you something, or you had some kind of experience, and that experience, you gave meaning, and now that became your belief. And now you're running around with this bullshit belief saying, I can't make content, or it's not for me, or I'm afraid what people will think. This shit is fake. It's artificial. It was created by some event that is meaningless. But the belief is still here, and it prevents you from acting on what you know you should act on.
It closes your mind, right?
It closes your mind, and I couldn't get over this shit. I couldn't get over the fear of criticism for 7, 8 years.
Sure.
And then finally, there was a little nudge. There was a lot of nudges that built me up to this moment, but something that I want to point out, which we can touch base on later. But when I came out to Route 1, the manager reached out to me, Melanie, I think. Melanie? She reached out, she's like, bro, I saw that video that you made from the flatbed. Our marketing team needs content. If you're going to send us videos constantly or consistently, we'll reduce your rate from 12% to 11%. 12 is the flat rate, but if you're going to send us content, we'll give you.
Right.
I did the math. I was like, bro, if I'm grossing 10 a week, I run from 50 weeks, I'll make extra 50K, 5,000 a year.
Okay.
I was like, bro, why not?
Okay, got you.
Anyway, so that was my final nudge to go public. Before that, I wasn't.
Got it. Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So let's just because you're moving into content creation and then trucking now. Then I want to make sure that the audience understands the chronological order of events that takes place, that took place in your life. So
homeless.
The important part I wanted to kind of highlight here is you already in the military already knew kind of deep inside that you want to be an entrepreneur, right? Which that was that accurate?
I would say it was born there.
Accurate? Okay.
That bone, I had it probably, but it wasn't activated. I
Correct.
I didn't even know what entrepreneur meant.
Right, but in the military, the military allowed you to kind of gain the knowledge and the responsibility, the characteristics of taking responsibility, of owning your shit, or understanding that you need to be and growing your leadership qualities, right? Which allowed you to then think about your future. So from what I'm gathering from your story here is the fact that the military served as a catalyst to your idea of being successful in content creation. So how does trucking tie into this? Like, tell me, where did the story of trucking begin?
100%. I just want to give the military. I hated the military when I was in there, bro, especially towards the end, because I'm already so anxious to start a business, to make money, to start hustling, and I can't. And I became bitter because you have a contract, you have to finish it, and then you do some other personal shit.
Sure.
You can't cross-contaminate. And so the more and more I delayed my dreams of starting a business or whatever, the more and more bitter I felt towards the military. But something really, really magical that the military gives you is that from day one, they strip you of your identity in boot camp. You're not allowed to bring your phone. You're not allowed to bring your books. Your family's not allowed to see you. You're not allowed to call your family. That's it. We've ripped you out from wherever the hell you came from, and we're placing you here, and we're going to build you exactly what we want you to be. The magic of this is that it's a clean slate. People say, I can't, bro. I got mortgage. I got kids. I got a car.
Yeah.
What do you mean you want me to start making videos? I'm busy. Bro, what do you mean that? Anyways, so what military allowed me to do is leave my old environment, the Baptist church, the goddamn Bible studies, everything that was indoctrinated into me.
Got it.
Coming up was trash. Or it became weaker and weaker and weaker over time, which allowed me to discover more and more and more and more. And so that's why I literally became a different person. And yes, maybe I had the same jokes, maybe same demeanor, maybe same way I walk, but ultimately completely different person. And so the military allows you to do that. Civilians can't do that because usually they grew up in a small town and they never leave that small town. They born there, grew up there, died there. That's it. Nothing significant happened. But this allowed me to kind of blossom, whatever.
Okay.
Again, wouldn't happen without Basa. Shout out to my older brother. But
thanks, Weston.
Nice. That's it. And then I keep losing my.
So like again, where did how did this tie into trucking? So the trucking, I guess, it allowed you to work somewhat of your own on your own schedule. Allowed you to build up your kind of income, your capital, to allow you to do what you actually wanted to do in which is content.
Yeah. So I'm in my car. I'm homeless. I'm living in LA. What I do is I wake up, I go to the gym, take a shower. I would go to the Starbucks. They had free Wi-Fi. I had my MacBook, and all day I would just spend trying to build funnels. I would look at a page that's working. I would go to the next page. I'd see this is their upsell, and I would learn graphic design, Photoshop stuff. I would learn how coding. You don't really need coding, but you need at least like a very little basic understanding of coding to understand how like a website is built, how it all looks, and what you need, like to buy a domain, how to. Anyways, I keep doing this for like 2 years. Eventually, I got tired of being in my car. I lived in there for like 6-8 months, something like that, and then eventually I got into an apartment. After about a year, I ran out of savings. And I got a sales job. I was knocking on doors selling T-Mobile, business to business. Imagine somebody walking in here right now with a little bullshit pamphlet saying, hey, what do you guys use for cell phone service? Be like, bro, get out of here, man. Close the door. We're doing a podcast. My job was to overcome the objection, figure out what they use, figure out what the pain was, push the pain where they're like, yeah, you're right. Sprint does suck. And then sit here and fucking get a social security, fill out the application, put him on a plan, get the phone shipped out, revisit him 2 weeks later, set everything up and go. This was my job. It's fucking craziest job in the world. It's incredibly difficult.
Yes,
Because
sales
you,
is hard.
because you have to fucking understand people. You have to know how to disarm them, how to be nice, how to be friendly, or how to be like assertive and
Yes,
demanding or confident.
yes.
Like if you say, oh, we use, oh, I understand. What's your biggest frustration? Like to push through that. A lot of people will be like, wow, he doesn't want to talk to me. Let me go to the next business. But next business, you don't make any money. So it's tough. I did that for like year and a half. And then,
So you learned to not take a no for an answer, right?
well, it started really early with skateboarding, bro. Like you try a trick and it slips out of you, and then you roll down, you roll your wrist. Now you've got a cast, you're fucked. So a normal person without any kind of dysfunction would say, fuck skateboarding, let me go do something else. But this bone in my body won't let me, like, I'm going back, I'm gonna get that kickflip. And so you go to the skate park, you try it again, you try it again, you try it again. So it started really early being like competitive, I guess.
Nice.
Or maybe even farther back, like back in school, you don't have to fight. You can be a loser. You say, hey, I don't know how to fight, and then you get picked on, and then that's your life. But no, I was like, no, you're not gonna pick on me. We're gonna fight. So like, I don't know. The competitive thing started way early. Was it the competitive thing? What were you asking?
I'm saying
I'm the worst.
no, you're fine, dude. This is great because it allows you to actually also kind of think back about to your past and try to make piece your own life together. Because again, your interest lies with content creation. Now you are studying sales. Now you still want to.
I study sales.
So did that allow you to get into trucking, or was that something easier for you to transfer into? Or
That's crazy how long it's taking me to answer a question. Because she asked that like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes
you're
ago.
fine, brother. You're fine.
Finally, look, I gave up. I didn't give up on sales. COVID hit.
Okay.
And my whole operation was over because I couldn't do business to business no more. You had to wear a mask. You can't come in. It's shut down, whatever. Go quarantine. Like, I was cooked. And at the same time, my lease was coming to an end in LA.
Okay.
This was Long Beach, not LA. 2 hours, not 2 hours, like an hour from LA is Long Beach. Anyways, and my rent was expensive too. 1 bedroom, $2,400. What am I doing here? So I was like, bro, just spontaneous, random. I was like, let me just go back to Columbus, see what they're up to. Because I know they're struggling. Vice is still working 3 jobs. David is still neglected. Orla met her boyfriend, starting her own life. She's out. And then mom is struggling. She's really sick. So they need my help. And again, a couple of things happening at the same time. COVID, they need help. And my rent's coming to an end. Why exactly am I still being in LA?
Got it.
And I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. I'll just drive I had an Audi at the time. She was nice. An Audi
What
A4
type Audi?
SS4 Audi wagon.
Nice.
It's nice.
Okay.
For me at the time, it was the best.
Nice. Okay.
Hey, whatever, bro. I drive home all the way. I get home. I see the condition David's in, as in he needs guidance. And then I know something in this whole house, something needs to change. The destination to which this whole train of Bogdanov is going is not okay. I'm not happy with it, and I know they're fucked too. Maybe they're not even able to see it, coming from an outside world that I haven't been part of for 5 years. I see this as a train wreck, like an actual train wreck. And so in a passive-aggressive, gentle/aggressive way, I bring everybody together, meaning David is there to hang out. He's there to help. I bring Vasya and Gleb. I didn't really talk about Gleb too much in this video, but just know he's a G. He was a valedictorian. He graduated. He got his associate's degree before he graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like junior year, he was taking all AP classes. So by the time he graduated, he had his associates already. Valedictorian is #1 in the class. Like in his entire high school, he's #1, highest GPA. And then he went and got his bachelor's. He got 3 minors in economics, general business, real estate, something else. I don't know. Basically, smart guy. And when I came home, he was almost done with school. So since he's a business major, it makes sense it makes sense for him to go into business. I've been trying to figure out business for the last 3 years, living in my car, Starbucks, sales, whatever. Business is the way we need to go. So I know Gleb is already almost there on the same page. Vasha is the one that needed the most conversion.
Got it.
Because he was an electrician by trade. Early days, it was anything he could get, plumbing, liquor store. You work wherever you can to make money. Ultimately, he became an electrician, and he did that for like 10 years. He was a really professional guy. Both residential, commercial, anything electricians do, he knows how to do. He's a G. And he's like a perfectionist. He knows his stuff. Whatever. So when I came home from San Diego, Vasha is like a through and through employee. He needs structure. He needs a boss. He needs a schedule. He needs a lunch break. He needs to be off at 5 p.m. He needs a life outside of work. I don't need any of that shit. I can work fucking 24 hours. I'm ready to suffer all day, every day, forever. I don't need any kind of balance. This is like my thing. And then, well, maybe that was upfront, like just obsessive disorder. Gleb is balanced. He can get ugly and dirty and work without any breaks, but also eventually he has to come back. I feel like in the suffering department, I can outlast a little bit longer. Me and Gleb are on this extreme, like the type of people that don't need structure, we're against the rules, whatever, entrepreneurs. Vasha is the goddamn opposite side of the spectrum. So to convert him, to convince him to quit his full-time job, which has been feeding him for 15 years. Like if there is a pattern that happened for this long, to break it is going to be really hard because it took this long to make it. So basically we need to convince him to quit his job. And we showed him the load board. We came in a hot market, bro.
Yeah.
Washington, New York, paying $13,000. I basically said, look, bro, there's a dealer right there. We need to come up with $10K to...
So hold on, let me see.
To make a deposit.
None of you were in trucking at that point.
Zero, bro. We didn't know what a fifth wheel was.
You didn't know, you didn't have CDLs, you didn't have nothing.
None of us had CDLs.
Okay.
No. Well, it's all kind of happening at the same time. When I came from San Diego, my younger brother, Gleb, he worked at AT&T part-time and while he was going through school. Some dude came into AT&T for the tablets that you need for ELD. You need service. And so he came in, and my brother Gleb, he's just making conversation. He sales. What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. That said, yeah, I own a trucking company. I got a driver's. In fact, one speeding right now, 80 miles an hour. I got to call. So they start talking. Gleb comes home, talks to me, said, bro, CDLs, $2,500 a month, 2 weeks. Excuse me, $2,500, 2 weeks, Miami, you're done. You got your CDL. And then we start looking, we start asking questions, blah, blah, blah. We find the load board. We buy the subscription. I can't remember what MC, because you need an MC number.
You do.
I don't know what we would put. Maybe you stole somebody's. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We get a load board. We gain access. God damn it. We see that I can pick up a load. We didn't know dry van. We didn't know we didn't know anything. We just fucking all loads. There were some RGN loads paying fucking $50.
So you started this completely on your own. You didn't go like into...
That's it. The dude, my Gleb had a conversation with some guy with a trucking company.
Okay.
We now know that we need to go into trucking. That's it.
Wow.
Small spark. We come home, we start asking questions. We say this, truck, CDL, school, what do you need? What do you not need? How do you start a company, DOT number? Just Googling shit. And eventually we come across a load board. This was like the biggest thing since we were like, holy fuck, 13,000. All of us drove across the country at some point. We know that it takes 3 days if you sleep. It'll take 2 days if you don't sleep. You're telling me I'm going to make $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 coming from Washington to New York? It was insane. And so...
It clicked in your mind that this is it,
yeah.
Right now.
And we're all kind of limbo. Like me, I came from sales. Okay, it's over. I guess I can get another sales job, but right now I'm bending.
Right.
No activity. Gleb, about to graduate college. So nothing going on. Yes, I kind of want to go into business. I studied business for the last 4 years. That's what he wants to do. And Vasya, he's still full-time employee. He's still working, still an electrician. That's what I'm saying. Me and Gleb were ready to go, but it took some converting and convincing for Vasya. And yeah, we figured out the load board. We see you can make really good money. We called a few dealers, said, well, we didn't have business credit. My personal credit was shot personally because I didn't care about that. I just try to sell stuff. Anyways, and then Gleb is young at the time, maybe 18, 19, 20, something like that. And Vasya has good credit, but we never touched it. We wanted to leave him alone. He didn't want to, he didn't trust us anyways. Like if he was to do a cosigner, he'd be like, yeah, no, thank you. Anyways, you asked me, how did this go? Yeah, so load board, we got fired up. I can't sleep. I'm shaking, bro. 13 racks, 2 days.
So
where's the money? Where's the truck?
Excited.
I need my CDL today.
Okay.
So I called again, I clueless. I had no idea anything about anything.
I typed in Google truck you were going to use. Did you already have an idea of reefer van?
Nothing. Look.
Okay.
After load board, after DOT, CDL school, trucking job. Fuck it, dude. I don't know. Trucking job. Obviously, you're going to get 3 ads. Snyder, Swift, fucking Warner. Top 3. I clicked Snyder. Well, I clicked all of them, but I realized that Snyder, no, US Express. US Express, at the time, on their main page, they said team drivers can get $2,200 per week each. I was like, fuck it, dude. Not a bad start. Let's get our CDLs. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know how much. I don't know where. 22 a week is good enough for me. That's almost 10,000 a month. I'm happy. So I call US Express right away. I was like, yo, hook it up. I'm a human being. I eventually want to be driving a truck for you guys. What do I need to do? He explains it to me. He's like, permit, get your CDL, license, blah, blah. Or not. Permit? No, study, take the permit, pass your whatever endorsements if you want, come to us, and then we will only take you after 6 months experience. We don't offer CDL school. I was like, fuck. So I can't work for my dream company, $2,200 a week. So I go to the second down the list. I call Snyder. I was like, bro, I got my permit already. Anyways, I got my permit. I'm ready to roll. He was like, if you come with us, it's going to be a contract. And, we can't pay you $2,200 a week, something like that. But at some point in his questionnaire, he asked me did I serve in the military? I was like, bet. I did 5 years. Here's my form. He's like, oh, this is good. We actually have a really good school in Florida called Troops into Transportation that focuses on helping military people. It's like, all right, whatever. Here's my documents. When do I start? So a week later, I'm in Miami going through my class. I'm hogging the fuck out of, excuse me. I'm being a bully out there because there's 10 people for one truck. And I've been in the truck for the last 3 hours trying to learn how to alley dock, trying to learn how to do parallel park. They're like, my turn. I'm like, lock the door. And I'm trying to get more practice to learn how to back up because I know I need this. And whatever, bro. I come back 2 weeks later from school and fuck Snyder because I don't want to be with them. They're cheap, whatever. I call US Express again. I was like, yo, you said I need my license. I got my license, boy. What's up? Where's my job? And so they're like, okay,
well, you don't have your 6 months experience.
We don't. And so they're saying, you're fresh and you have your CDL. Good for you. What we could do is we can put you into a Dollar General account, which is shitty work. This is probably why the option's available. If you want to do OTR, like something decent, 6 month minimal. But we'll take you contingent upon you having to do Dollar General for like 6 months, and then we'll give you OTR. And Dollar General sucks. Oh my God. For many reasons. But yeah, that's what I do. I call him. I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Dollar General or not, I'll do it all. So, but he said, I know you're fresh with your CDL. We're going to train you for at least like a month. You need 125 hours, I think, of training, like driving time. We're going to send you to South Carolina. That's where your trainer lives. We don't have any trainers in Ohio right now. You're going to have to fly out to South Carolina. I go out there and whatever. I meet the guy. I got my bag. I throw it up, passenger seat. He drives for 2 days explaining stuff to me. And like on the third day, he puts me in. He's like, this is the seat, this is the steering wheel. I know you got your license. I know you've driven one of these before. Like, today is the day. So he got into a passenger seat. I'm not driving. And we got a Dollar General trailer in the back. And this is US Express. And that's it. For the next month, he's like keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't crash and burn. And I'm trying to be safe. You know, new drivers, they're super safe. They're like both wheels, seatbelt. Uh, that's it. That's all you got. And I do this for 30 days. After 30 days, I go back to Columbus. That's where I live. And that's where another distribution center is, where I can be close to home. Because why would I work in South Carolina where I'm away from? It doesn't work. They have another terminal for me close to home. So they send me there. I meet my dispatcher. I meet my I don't know, some kind of manager other than dispatcher who I can ask questions, whatever. And they give me my truck. They give me my trailer, whatever. I'm set up to officially do my first load by myself. Bro, first day, I meet some Turkish guy. This dude smells bad, doesn't speak English, has a beard like this. I look at his truck, he's missing a fucking bumper. The stickers are sideways. Shit's a wreck. Compared to my US Express truck, his stuff is like, bro. So I start talking to him, and he understands people. I don't know, he's just easy to talk to with his limited language. And I start talking about money, because I'm like, I need money. Where my money at? So I start talking to him about money, and he's like, okay, well, out of curiosity, how much do you get paid? I was like, well, you know, this Dollar General account, my CDL is fresh. I get maybe $900,000 a week. He was like, bro, I'll double it if you start with me next week. $2,500 starting pay. I was like, say less. Considering how shitty this whole first impression was. His English, his hygiene, his truck, his trailer, the way he carries himself. He's wearing flip-flops. I didn't know anything about flip-flops at the time. I didn't know that was like a bad thing in trucking. Fucking flip-flops. What's wrong with flip-flops? Anyways, I look at him and I realize it's a risk. It's like, fuck it, whatever, man.
What do you got to lose?
What do I have to lose? I got a fresh license. I can come to US Express next week. If not, whatever. Snyder will take me. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And he thought I was bluffing. He was like, okay, yeah, we'll start next week. And then I didn't hear from him for 2 days. And I'm doing my Dollar General days, or excuse me, Dollar General with US Express.
Right.
I think
You're running the contract.
Yeah, I think I did 1 or 2 loads. Second day he calls me, he's like, bro, I got a seat for you. I got a truck for you. I'll be in the truck with you. I'll train you. I know you have your CDL, but I want to show you how I do things. I said, okay, I'm ready, bro. Where you at? I said, I'm ready like last week. Right? What's going on? What's taking so long? He laughs. He's like, all right, I'll pick you up, whatever. It's Friday, 2 days from now. Just be at the terminal with your bags. That's it. We're going together. As soon as I hang up, I got to the terminal. My trailer is empty. The way it works is you bring the trailer back, you sleep on a lot, you pick up another preloaded trailer. It's a different trailer every day. And then you deliver it to like 3-4 stops. And then you bring it back, and it's the same shit every day. You do like 5 loads a week, $1,000, $1,100, something like that. Doesn't matter. I get to the thing. As soon as I got off the phone with him, I get to the thing. I drop my keys off. Didn't leave a note. Didn't say anything. I left my keys, cleaned out the truck, and parked the truck exactly where I got it the first day, like 2 days ago. So they know everything is where it's supposed to be. I didn't steal anything. I'm not reckless. I did not abandon the truck. I brought it back to the yard where it's safe. I put it off duty. Fuck off. I'm leaving. But I didn't say I'm leaving. This is the irresponsible part of me, but fuck them. $1,000 for 5 drive-in, like Dollar General. Anyways, Dollar General is hard work, so I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
$1,000, fuck you. Anyways, I jump in with the Turkish guy, and it's a completely different vibe, obviously, than US Express.
He's an owner-operator,
He's
right?
an owner-op, bro. He's got 2 trucks. He was running the Dollar General account, and the Dollar General account was hot for that market. I think they were paying, I don't know what they were paying, but later, because I rolled with them for like 6 months.
Got it.
I don't know what they were paying, but I think it was around $3,000 per trailer load.
Sure.
If you do 6 of those, that's $18,000 in 1 week, gross.
Okay.
Maybe to him it was good, bad, I don't know. For me, holy fucking shit. You're telling me I can make 18 racks in a week? So I'm running with him, but I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
You don't understand what my brain went through when I figured out what Safer Snapshot website was. Bro, as I'm driving, I'm looking at this truck. I type in the DOT. Okay, DOT, they're based out of PA. They got 50 trailers. They got 50 trucks. Their safety score is this. They got pulled over this time. Bro, I swear to God, bro, in the next 48 hours, I probably looked at 100 companies because I wanted to know. And then I went on Swift. Okay, they have 3,000 trucks. And then I went on Freightliner. I was like, how many trucks did they manufacture in the last year? How many did Volvo? Okay, so if we buy this many trucks, we can go to Dollar General. I'll be the recruiting. I'll be like, my brain is spinning.
Wow.
I thought I was going to have 3,000 trucks second week. Like I was lit. I think everybody that comes
Talk
into
about
the industry
ambition,
is.
bro.
Exactly. No, because I've been on fire for so long, studying my digital marketing, doing sales, just trying shit. And it never worked. I either ran out of money or I had some bullshit belief or COVID or whatever it was. I just felt like I get setback. And I'm like hungry, I'm ready. And that's it, man. I'm rolling with the Turkish guy. I'm learning so much because he's teaching me how to.
What trailer were you hauling at that point with him?
Dollar General.
Trailer.
Because he has the same contract.
Oh, okay. So you were working the same contract.
I met him at the terminal.
Oh,
right?
I see. Okay.
So US Express has a contract with Dollar General.
Got it.
I think Warner was there. I think.
So you're doing the same job, but you're getting paid more with him, right? So
with same exact job.
Got it.
More
Okay.
with him, but he can afford to pay me more.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe US Express can. I don't know.
Yeah, they have a different politics, but
To me, after a week later, for that first week, I was a little anxious because I don't know if I'm going to get my check. This guy is sketchy, doesn't speak English. Am I going to get paid for this? But I don't care. Like I said, I don't have anything to lose. Fuck it. Let's roll with him for a week for free. It's a good experience. And I finish my week. I meet him at the yard. Bro, he takes out his checkbook, takes out his pen, writes $2,500 on the check. He's like, bro, it's yours. Sign it, cash it in, you're good.
let me guess, it bounced.
No. On my way to the bank, I'm thinking, holy shit, this shit's going to bounce. There's no way this is real. I submit the check and that's it. $2,500. I was ready for this money for so long. And whatever, man, I'm rolling for him to the second week and the third week. And then he's like, do you know, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional about this. Like,
no, this is it, man.
Since day one, it was money. And then it was never there. Military is good. He showed me how to fix helicopters, whatever, but it was never good money. $1,000 a week, same thing. I mean, they pay for your food, your uniform, your house. They take care of you. And $1,000 a week of play money while we take care of you is more than enough. And at the time, I wasn't really worried about money. And so this is the first time I have a job that pays six figures. And then 3-4 weeks later with Selly. Selly is the guy. That's his name. Shout out, Selly, man. You're the man. You changed my life. After rolling with him for 3-4 weeks, either I say something about my brothers or he starts asking me like, hey, do you know any hard workers like you? Because I'm pushing. Like, these rotainers are heavy. I'm a big guy. And I'll just move him. He's like, he's shorter than me. He's like maybe a foot shorter. And so the thing, basically, a Dollar General trailer is full of carts. These carts are carts on the metal on the bottom. There's like metal cages all the way around. And they're tall. They're like 6 feet tall, like my size. And the problem is that they're heavy as hell. Like one of them stacked with water, it's heavy. Like, I don't know how many pounds, 300 pounds, something like that. It's on wheels, yes, but it's heavy. Sometimes you're on an incline, you got to drag that shit all the way from the front to the back. And it's hard work. And he sees me working because we're together. And I'm out there putting...
You're hustling out there.
I'm hustling, yeah. And so he sees my work ethic. He's like, bro, this guy's hungry. Like, do you have any friends that you have brothers? Like, let's get more of you in here. And he already took a risk on me with a fresh CDL. He's like, bro, even if they don't have a CDL, let's get them CDLs. I was like, yeah, I got two brothers. They're of age. They're competent. They're free. They're ready to go. Can I bring them into the truck? I will personally train them. You see that I'm not retarded. I can do the job without you. And I can show them everything you showed me in the last month. And he's like, all right, bet. Here's the truck. you know the contract, you know what to do, you know where to go, you know how to back up. Believe me, dude, I don't know what it is, but I had this huge fear of backing up. And I think everybody does. But I did not want to be that guy that's been on the road for 6 months and takes 30 minutes to back up at Love's or something. I wanted to have that shit dialed before graduating high school. So when I think he didn't believe me because I told him I have a fresh CDL. But when we got to the first store, I was like, I got this shit. And he was yeah. He was like, damn, you're pretty good for a first day. You sure you got your license yesterday? I was like, don't worry about it, man. I got my license. Here it is. Look at it. And so basically and Dollar General is tough. It is tough. Even though I was good at backing up, I think I was good, but I still needed to be better because it's only been a month of me backing up. And so when I was rolling with them, Dollar General is tough because they put him literally but fuck nowhere, like either nowhere, and those spots, believe it or not, are more or less easy. But the Dollar Generals that are in the city, they are
I've done grocery outlets before.
Dude,
I know what you're saying.
They're
docks are tough.
And you got to be like,
and their stores are crazy.
You got to be assertive, and like you got to like cut into that lane, stay wide, tell them to fuck off, tell these guys to wait, cut in, go backwards.
You got to close up traffic.
Close up traffic, go a block backwards, cut in there and cut it back. Basically, like, I don't know how you're supposed to put a new guy in there. Like, I think I did good because I wanted to be a professional like day one. But some of the people that I see backing up 6 months later, it takes them 30 minutes into a wide open spot. I'm like, bro. Anyways, doesn't matter, man. After a month, my older brother jumps in the truck with me, doing the Dollar General account. Sally has 2 trucks. Now I'm doing me, he's doing him. He's grossing whatever he's grossing. He writes me a check, $2,500 at the end of the week. And Vice is with me, but he doesn't give us the full, I think he gave us $2,000 each. Because he can't afford. Why would I pay $4,000 to a team driver that's supposed to be done by a solo driver?
Sure.
And this is a solo position. Like, Dollar Generals are only open. Sundays we don't work. Like, I don't need a team driver. But because he's training, he's like, bro, I can't pay you $2,500 each. I'll give you $2,000 each. And so he paid me $2,000, him $2,000. Now we're making $4,000. And the checks are not bouncing.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's it, man. And so Visa rolls with me for like 4 days. And right now they changed the laws where you need to go to a certified CDL school. You need this many training hours by a certified trainer that submits the paperwork to, you can't cheat the system. You need to go to school.
Yeah.
Back then, 5 years ago, they don't care who you are. They don't care what you look like. They don't even care if you speak English. If you can do a pre-trip for me, and if you can show me that you can drive from here to here to here to here without breaking any DOT laws, that's it. You pass. Your CDL is good. I don't need you to go to school. Basically, Visa got a CDL in a week.
Got it.
Trained by me. Sally's like, bro, I like the sound of that. You got more brothers? And I was like, yeah, I got one more. Same thing. After a week later, now you have.
So you are now all recruited into trucking. You're doing full-time trucking. You're making your money.
3,
right?
Yeah, but we're still company drivers.
Right.
4
You're not. You haven't started that company yet.
Yeah. So we end up rolling for Sally for like 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
But only after about 1 month, we had enough information to go and open up our own MC.
Okay.
So my younger brother jumps out of the truck because Sally eventually went home. He went to Turkey for like a 3-month vacation. He's chilling. The amount of trust that he had in us, because if I was in his shoes, for me to grab 3 brand new CDL guys, leave 2 trucks with him on a contract, go to a goddamn country all the way across the world, Turkey, and just fucking let us be for 3 months.
Yeah, that's
a free-for-all. That's insane.
That is crazy.
So for him to do that to us was wild on his part, but also not wild because we were so responsible.
You displayed that, right?
I displayed that, bro. I got a flat tire, bro. I'm not bothering Sally. You want me to wake up? No, bro. Roadside. I found the cheapest one. I got it. I took pictures. I got the invoice.
You
7
gained
a.m.
trust of you guys
Yeah.
Sally's trust.
Out of pocket. Out of pocket. I called roadside as a company driver.
Wow.
I fixed this flat tire. ABS sensor, no problem. Went to the dealer, fixed ABS, pulled out my toolkit. Boom, it's fixed. Here's the invoice. Here's the receipt. Here's the video. Here's the guy that did it. 8 a.m. He got all the receipts. He's like, bro, you're not a real company driver. And so
I mean, you've been afraid of you taking over, man.
Yeah. That's why it was so easy for him to leave, because we were already so independent.
Nice.
And so were my brothers. We're so super responsible. I remember my younger brother had some kind of hiccup on like 3 hours away. But I was already home. I was already chilling. I was done with my run. This is when him and Vasya and Gleb were running together. And then I was either solo or with David. I don't know. Basically, something happened to the trailer where they can't get home. This is Sally's problem. He's an independent contractor. So Dollar General would not reimburse him. He would need to tow the trailer or recover the trailer somehow from, I don't know, Pittsburgh to Ohio. 3-hour drive, who knows? And basically, if it wasn't because of us, Sally would have to have a $5,000 tow bill.
Got it.
Because his truck can't do it, the other truck can't pick it up, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I see the situation. I go to Dollar General, to the terminal. I basically steal one of their trailers, one of the empty ones. I go drive 3 hours. Crazy, man. At this point, we already have a flexible clock, so I can fucking run all I want. Sally taught us the game. Sally corrupted us, okay? We're no longer normal CDL drivers. We know how to goddamn shrink and slide. Anyways,
let's not get all this.
Let's not say too much. Anyway, so I steal the trailer from Dollar General.
Okay.
I grab it with his truck, because I have the keys to the truck and drive whatever I want. I go over there. Oh, by the way, this is my brother's fuck up. Nobody needs to know about this.
No, that's fine.
Sally knows that I'm riding around like a madman, but whatever. He doesn't ask any questions because he trusts us. And then I drive 3 hours. There's lift gates. That lift gate lifted up. This one lifted up. Okay. We transfer all the stuff. We finished up the route. We brought the broken trailer empty. We brought both trailers empty. We parked everything like nothing happened. The only cost that Sally had is maybe $300 of diesel. Fuck it. Compared to $6,000 they had to pay for a tow bill, we're chilling. And then I don't think I ever had to explain it to him, but basically situations like that gained it.
So you're saying he didn't even know about the situation?
He probably did.
Okay.
Looking at the ELD, looking at the logs, looking at the GPS, probably.
Wow. That's crazy.
But he didn't ask questions. And it was never an issue with Dollar General.
Sure.
Noticed, not noticed, I don't know. We got away with it.
Okay.
And anyways, he leaves to Turkey.
Okay.
1 month of driving, Gleb leaves the truck. Because now he's getting really good money, like $5,000 a week for Vasya and me. David's helping out, but David's just a helper. He's not getting paid. He doesn't have a CDL. Whatever. 2 trucks, $5K. That's what Gleb has to be able to figure out how to get the DOT, how to get insurance on file, how to get all the load boards, how to legally stay protected, how to do all the forms, how to properly bring on a driver. So he creates driver qualification files for all of us.
Okay.
He gets the ELD, fully equips the truck. We need mats. We need fire. We need to get a DOT inspection. Gets everything ready. And then a couple weeks later, that's it. We're official. We're legal.
Okay.
We can go on a load board. We can book a load. We can deliver.
Got it. So I want to transition to something a little different now. I wanted to kind of fast forward a little bit. I got the story of, the beginning. It was you're all ambitious. You're all running. You're all hustling.
Yeah.
How did the road to viral start? How did you become comfortable posting? Because everybody knows you as the person, the TikToker. You actually mentioned that one time that you were recognized at one facility. Yeah. And they call you the TikTok.
Yeah.
So how did that road to viral start? Where did you actually get comfortable start posting during your trucking videos?
I got you. I'll fast forward the trucking because there's a lot of trucking stuff in there.
For sure.
Before I start the social media, we run.
And again, I'm sure there's a ton of stories you can get into, But for the
I got
sake of
you.
time and everything.
I got you. So, Gleb starts the DOT. Gleb, within a few weeks, 3, maybe 4 weeks, gets the first truck.
Mm-hmm.
He also gets a trailer. By the way, he's getting $5K a week, so he has the money to down payments, whatever he needs, he's got it. He gets a drive-in. He gets a truck. Truck's fully equipped. DOT is good. DOT inspection. The actual authority is good. DOT, MC, insurance, everything squared away. We go on the load board, and this is the weekend. We're just, I delivered my load. I came home. He's at the house. We pull up the load board. We call the broker. We're like, yo, by the way, up to this point, we've never seen a rate confirmation. This is just information we didn't have. Caselli's got it. He's got the contract. I got my $2,500 a week. I don't care. So at this point, we've never booked a load. It's just, I've seen somebody else do it on YouTube because I'm in the truck, Anyways, doesn't matter. I came home. We opened up the laptop. We called the first broker. We're like, yo, Kentucky to Ohio is it available? They're like, yeah, it's available. We're like, this is first time for us, brand new. Now it's common sense. Like, you call the broker, book a load, whatever. At the time, we were like nervous as hell because we think we're doing something illegal. We're not, but it feels like that because it's like $10K for nothing. And he's like, yeah, it's available. When can you pick it up? We're like, fucking hang up. Like that phrase, when can you pick it up? It made everything real. It solidified it. Even though we have the MC, we have the truck, it's still not real.
Couldn't believe it.
I'm still a company guy. I'm waiting for my check. And yeah, we hang up and we're like excited. We're running around the living room. And then let me see. Yeah, whatever. A couple of days pass, a week pass. Eventually, Vasya leaves the truck also. I don't know what we told Sally. Maybe Sally needed to get back in the truck. But I'm still with Dollar General. But 2 months later, Vasya and Gleb are now, they found fucking bullshit U.S. mail contract. And they had a load from Kentucky to Georgia and then come back. And we were trying to follow the rules. We had to log in, Vasya had to log out, whatever. We did this. We wanted to do everything the right way. Speed limit 55. We're safe. Anyways, they deliver the first load. Gleb submits it to factoring. And then we see the payment. We're like, holy shit. We made $10,000 this week.
You actually made your first money. Your
first money
on your own.
First gross, whatever. First week we made $10K, which is better than $2,500. And so I let them run. I let my brothers run for like a month or so, and then eventually I told Telly, like, look, appreciate it. You took a big risk on us. You literally taught us everything.
But that's part of the
we need to go.
process,
We need
right?
to go. Yeah, like we have
that's
our own MC. Here's the truck. Here's the MC. Like, we have to go. I make 25 with you. I make 10,000 a year. Why wouldn't I leave?
Yeah.
He was upset. I could see it in his eyes because he thought that all of us were going to build next 500 trucks.
Yeah.
And maybe we would have, but we're not employees.
Yeah.
We're just not wired that way. We need our own independent thing. And that's it, man. I talked to him. He said, no problem. Just deliver these last 2 loads. We'll wrap up the week. I'll pay you. And then that's it. Park the truck. I'll find the driver. I said, okay. So, yes, sir. And then that's it, man. Gleb jumps out because he has to do compliance. He has to do factoring. He has to submit loads, BOL,
Sure.
whatever. He does the compliance. He's our fucking safety manager, dispatcher fee, and everything. Me and Vasya are full-time drivers. So we run crazy. I promise I'll get to the social media. It's coming around. It's coming soon. We run teams like crazy, insane. I think I got my CDL in like June. We left Sally in like September, November, before snow, but it's already cold. But we're running our own MC for the first time, 18-wheelers. We didn't know chains. I mean, we know chains, but we never put them on. We just know that we need chains. We have chains, but whatever. Me and Vasya are insane. 8,000 miles every single week. New York, New Jersey area, Washington, Seattle, maybe Portland or area. Drop down LA. We had a contact. He did consolidated loads. Wow. He had a warehouse. He'd grab a couple parcels, put them in a trailer, sell it to us for $12K. $12K, take it to Georgia, or $12K, take it to New Jersey. Good money for us, $3 miles, whatever, $4 a mile, we're happy. Maybe, not maybe, he probably
That's
made,
when you really tasted the real money.
exactly. He made, no, bro, you don't understand. Well, you do understand, but 25, 26, 20, my record was 28 as a team. 28,000 gross, but eventually, down the road, this is a year of running, me and Vasha running. Eventually, Gleb had enough to do. I became the dispatcher. So I'm calling brokers, and then I have the schedule. And we ran that route for at least a year, at least 52 weeks, where, and it didn't matter. Thanksgiving, New Year's, we don't give a fuck, dude. We want to make some money. And every single week, we're grossing $25,000 a week. And then it hit me one day. I don't care about Chase. I mean, I have access to it. I didn't really look at it. And then Gleb has a lot of bills too. We're also spending a lot of money on repairs. Like, we have a flat tire, fuck it, new, $700 Michelin, put it on. We got the money. Any kind of trailer repair, we got the money. Just be here as soon as you can. That we can deliver this
time. You're hauling dry stuff, right?
Dry van, general freight, whatever's on the load board.
Okay.
But it's still $4 or $5 a mile, so we didn't care.
Okay. Those are good times.
Yeah, good times. And then I logged into Chase, and I see that we have $50,000. I was like, holy fuck. And then after that, I became glued. The way he said, the same way I'm addicted to my analytics on social media, every single day I check the Chase bank account to see the gross, how much money came in. And on average, we were grossing, oh, I didn't tell you, bro, we're running as the single truck for like a month. And then I tell Gleb, I was like, bro, let's get another one. Let's get another dry van. Let's get another Pete. We called the people. They're like, yeah, come pick it up. I was like, bet. So we grab another Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3-4 months later, we had 5 trucks and 5 dry vans. So now we're, on Facebook Marketplace running ads, finding drivers. We put one in there. We put in whatever. It's all a blur since we got the first truck to when we lost our authority about 2.5 years. No, 2 years later. Because safety score was rigged.
Makes sense.
Progressive called us.
Yeah, you can only do this for so long.
Progressive called us, and they're like, "Yo, you guys have fucking 6 out of services last month. You guys have this many speeding tickets. You had this many fender benders. Like, either you paid."
You were just focused on money making.
Dude,
you didn't care about safety.
We were grossing so much. But when it came time to renew, our DOT got shut down.
Yeah.
And so we're like, fuck. And this sucks because the broker called us when we still had the load. And we had a little contract at the time with U.S. Mail. It was good. It was, I don't know, PA. No. It was all the way Massachusetts to Ohio. 8-9 hour drive. And it paid really well. 3.5, something like that. It wasn't as great as some of the stuff on the spot market, but it was consistent. I could give it to a driver. It was easy. I could hire somebody, put it in into the truck. The truck makes 10K gross. I pay the driver $2.5, $2,500. I'm happy. The truck is profiting $2,500 a week. I'm chilling. I could put all 4 trucks in there, and we did that at some point. But then the driver quit or the truck broke down. We had to jump in and out. Whatever, bro. 2.5 hours in, or excuse me, 2.5 years in, our DOT gets shut down. We're like, fuck. We have 5 truck payments, 5 trailer payments due, like at the end of the week. How are we going to do this without a DOT? And so I panic. Like, as soon as I got off the phone call, because the broker called, and as soon as I knew where it was going, I added Gleb on the conference call. I got off the phone call. I was like, bro, let me go on Facebook Marketplace, owner-operator position. And 2 years later, we kind of knew, like, what the thing was. And so we called them. We're like, bro, we got 5 trucks. Good to go. One's in the shop. Let me come do work. And we knew the dry market was weak, dry van market. So we asked them if they had flatbed trailers. They're like, yeah, you can rent them, blah, blah, blah. So then 2 years later, we switched to flatbed.
Okay.
After 6 months, we switched to step deck. After fucking 2 years, I switched to RGN, and now Gleb pulls RGN. Anyways, we all eventually jumped into heavy haul. Social media.
So how did that transfer into?
We switched to flatbed. At that point, we're leasing onto somebody. This is a company out of Des Plaines, TA Trans. They treated us good. The owner is good guy. Eventually, we quit because things weren't right for us. For him, he's running a business. What do you expect? Anyways, we left him. I called Route 1. I was like, hey, can I come in? They're like, bro, this is the worst safety record we've ever seen. The first ticket you get with us, you're fired. You're fucked. And so I was like, okay, I'll behave. And then I came into Route 1. No offense to Route 1. Great company. I'm still with Route 1, more or less. My brothers are, because I haven't been rolling for a month. And I'm with Route 1. And then I decided to do a video. I don't know why. Just spontaneous. It was tarp load. It was lumber. I still have it. I still remember it. It's still one of my first posts on Instagram. I posted it. I think I stitched something together. I took a couple cinematic shots from different angles, CapCut, filters, transitions, export, nothing fancy. From my digital marketing days, I more or less knew already how to edit a video. I just never did because I was too afraid what they would say.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the first video I made just for fun. I don't know, new company, new job. I'm following rules. Let me post this video. The manager, I talked about this earlier, the manager for Route 1 sees it. She calls me. She's like, bro, none of our drivers wants to make content. None of us want to upload anything, or none of them want to give us any footage. Since you're doing it voluntarily, if you want to do it consistently, we can pay you. I said, okay, sweet. So a couple of days later, I go to Best Buy, I get a GoPro. And that's it. I got a GoPro, but it didn't come with any kind of thing. So I'm running around strapping with one thing, holding the GoPro with another thing. It's like, all right, I need a head strap. Let me get a head strap. I go to Best Buy, I get the head strap. I put it on, I put on my GoPro. And then I get to my first shipper, and the shipper manager's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Take your camera off. This is like a private property. You can't record here. Take this shit off. I was like, okay, I can't do that. Let me pick up my load, leave the property, put on my GoPro, strap it over there. So I do that. I was like, okay, well, it'd be cool if I get a drone, get the top view, and then I'll switch between GoPro and this is like where.
So you're basically, you only started experimenting with that when you joined Route.
Yeah, Route 1. I never had. I didn't know how to fly a drone before.
But no, like experimenting with video, like
yes,
videos.
Yes,
actual your footage that you have on your Instagram.
I think this is what happens to most people. They get excited about content. They make a video, they post it. Obviously, nobody sees it. They get 3 views. They're like, I want to stay strong. Let me post another one. They get 3 more views. And then after a week, they quit. Yeah, I've never played with cameras thoroughly, and I've never edited like to the next level, like adding transitions, adding overlay, adding filters, or transitioning between cameras, drone, GoPro, phone, like to mix it all up. And then I learned how to sync audio. And then I learned how to like do beats. Like it's just incremental, but this is all happening like around like a year. I'm just experimenting with different things. I got the drone, and then maybe 6 months later, I got the A7 IV. It was like, okay, I need a tripod. Okay, I need a mic. Okay, now I got all 3. How am I going to incorporate this into my footage? So I started doing all 4. I had my GoPro on here, inconspicuous one. Eventually, I got the small one because the first one I got, it's the size of my head. Not the actual GoPro, but the thing looked intimidating. That's why the guy kicked me out. But eventually, when I got the smaller one, it was good. So I had the GoPro, I had the drone, I had the Sony, and I had my phone footage. The phone is really, really good. It stabilizes really good. When you put cinematic, it takes out the background really good. And so I had 4 folders for a long time, for like a year. And I did that for a long time. I put it all on my hard drive and I had it. But every day I'm posting. Hey guys, today I picked up my lumber. I had a tar pit. It sucks, but it's okay. We got it done. Pay $3 a mile. I'm going to Kentucky. I'll see you guys there. That's it. 1 minute clip.
When was the time where you actually realized, whoa, like this is actually getting some views? When did that time happen? Did you already have all your equipment set up?
It happened early.
Did it happen randomly?
No. It happened super early. No.
Your first viral video?
No. I'm wrong. It's all a blur. It's been 2 years. No.
Do you actually remember your first viral video?
I do remember it. Yeah. it was so demotivating and frustrating for at least the first 6 months, because all I did was take my cinematic shots, clip them together, go post. It gives me the trending music. I click the best trending music. I put it over there and I send it out. There's no personality. There's no story. It's just, yeah, there's nice shots. They're drone shots or they're phone shots. But we don't care. We need you to talk. We need to know who you are. We need to know your personality. We need to hear your jokes. We need to know what you're not good at, what you're good at, who the enemy is, like who are we fighting against. Like you need a whole, like, again, all these little things, they come with trial and error. That's why I look at my analytics like so much. Because like after 3,000, I think 3,200 at this point, you have no choice but to become really well calibrated to know what's going to look good, what's not going to look good, what's going to perform, what's not going to perform. And it was very discouraging for the 6 months because I got zero traction, bro. Like a week would go by and I'd get one follower. And then fucking he unfollows it for some reason. I don't know. He gets bored. So I'd be pissed. Like for 6 months, it was torture. And I'm trying to think what was the next like big thing that put me to the next level.
Which video was your actual viral video?
Okay, so one of the first ones that I remember.
Was it a confrontational video?
Actually, no. I posted something on YouTube. It was a short clip, crazy clip. I saw somebody else doing it. I was like, bro, I could do that. I have a GoPro, why not? And it's just GoPro. It's a 7-second clip. Route 1, I took it down. Okay, I don't have it anymore. If you want to find it, good luck, because it doesn't exist. I deleted it. I got self-conscious because I didn't want to get in trouble. While driving a semi-truck on the highway, I put my bungee onto the thing. I put it in the door. I open up the door. This is while driving. I put it in the door. I'm steering with my knee. There's a car right beside me. And as I open the door, the bungee pulls the horn. The car like swerves out of the way. And then there's cars everywhere, one in the front, one on the right. And then I close the door. I roll down the window, take down the bungee, and that's it. 7 seconds. This video got 27 million views on YouTube. At the time, my YouTube channel was not monetized, so I didn't see any money. But every day I woke up, it had like, whatever, 2 million more views, 4 million more views, 7 more million. The motherfucker went crazy. It just kept going up, up and up and up. I thought something was broken. Like I showed Dap, I was like, bro, but it's not real. Like I know, I see the views, I see the comments. They're all telling me I'm retarded. I don't know how to drive. But this is the first viral coming from 2 views or 100 views or 50 views. Bro, if I got 50 views, it was a win. Bro, sometimes I would make a video that I tried so much on, and I would look at it and it would do shitty, and I would look at it again, do shitty. But I tried so much to make this video perfect. I added the perfect song. I added the right stuff. I said and this is like almost closer to 7-8 months. It's the perfect video. I know I have excellent footage. I know my footage looks better than everybody else's because people are out here pulling out phones like, hey, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Just a phone, quick upload. No, they don't even put captions. I put captions. I put filters. I put transitions. I have a drone. Like, it's the best footage in the industry. I don't see anybody doing more. And the shit would still get like, whatever,
So is that when
10 likes. And it was frustrating. And then so when I got this 27 thing, I didn't believe it. And then
you realized algorithms at that point, or how did you?
No. I just tried something because for the first 6 months I was doing what I thought people wanted to see. I was like, wow, this would be cool. And so I would make it. I didn't care about what people actually reacted to. And yeah, eventually I was like, I saw a video that was it was a truck that was on fire. It was a trailer that was on fire, but a truck was pulling it. And it was shot from like 200 feet away. So you can see the whole trailer moving and the truck is on fire. It's just one of those clips. And it's going down the road as if nothing's wrong. And I thought it would be a good idea to put in some GoPros in the cabin, click record on all of them, and make it seem like I'm driving the truck. So the first video is the truck is on fire. And then I cut it. at this point, I've already made probably 500 videos because I'm pumping out 2-3 a day. I'm trying to go viral every day. And whatever, I just wanted to stitch up something quick. So the truck is moving, and then it cuts to me steering. And then it goes back to the truck being on fire. And then I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh. And then it goes back to truck moving. And then at the end, when the truck parks in the video, my GoPros see me walking out of the truck to go check what's going on. But that's it. That's the whole clip. And the video is like 10 seconds long. And then, I wake up next day and it got like 1.2 million views. And again, I'm shocked. I've seen 27 on YouTube, but on Instagram, I've never seen this kind of growth. And I start doing more and more of that. My little bungee tricks, more like cuts between other people's videos and me. And then little by little, 7,000, 8,000 views, 10,000 views. And my things start going up little by little. Like 10 followers a week.
Oh, okay.
So
your
my
followers started
like everything starts growing a little bit more and more and more when I started to like pivot to not what I think you guys want to see, but what you actually want to see or what you're responding to. Because if you're a creator and I'm a creator and we make the same identical video, like if they responded well for me, they're probably going to respond well for you. So I started to look at other profiles, see what works, and then started to try to copy it.
So you're saying that you learned what type of content goes viral?
Yeah.
And that's what you started focusing on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say for young listeners out there, whoever, cool content creators, what type of content actually goes viral? Is it the spontaneous type or is it the planned type? What type of content in your experience?
So during the intro of this podcast, Konstantin said that I have 66 on YouTube, whatever, 30, 40, maybe how many I have on IG? 44? 40.
45, I think you're at that point.
45,
49?
49, I don't know, something. It doesn't matter.
And
basically what I'm trying to say is I'm still trying to figure out. The question is how to go viral.
You're still trying to figure it out.
I'm still trying to figure it out. 44. Here's what I do know. If the video has any kind of conflict, like a problem, if I run out of the truck and my brakes are smoking and I run to the back and I point at the drum and there's fire coming out of the drum and I point the camera and there's highway DOT rolling up and now I'm talking to him saying what happened, like this is guaranteed 2 million views.
Some kind of sensational.
It's guaranteed because it's like, holy shit, what's going on? I don't want to do this stuff too much because it makes Route 1 look bad. I don't want to have that type of reputation on the daily. So I try to stay safe. I recently started doing reaction videos. You take a clip that's already viral, 2 million views, 3 million views, 10 million views, and you start with it. So it's the same hook. You're borrowing their hook. And then later in the video, you minimize the video, you put yourself in the background, you add a layer of music, and now, even though it's completely their video, it's now become your video. Because you're doing a review. Why not? That's what the whole internet is it's a remake of somebody else's stuff. And so this stuff goes viral. I'm honestly shocked how well it does and how consistently well it does. Because like we made we made a batch of 10 quickly, just record, blah, 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 next video, blah, 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 next video. I woke up next morning, one video had 300 likes, and then the other video had, 270 likes, something like that. And then the other 8, still good, 7, 8, 10,000 views, but not as good as the 2. But a 80% success ratio, that's pretty good. That's as consistent as I've been in my journey.
I see.
Let me see. Also, I have a little life hack for the people that want to get in the game. Specifically if you're in trucking, because this is the area that I'm allowed to preach in, more or less, or teach in. And I have a GoPro, cheap, $300. It's actually called InstaGo 3. It's not GoPro. GoPro is a separate company. But it's a GoPro type of camera. It's small, it's an action camera, but there's a small piece that pops out. We'll add some B-roll into the podcast, hopefully, to show you what I'm talking about. It pops out, it goes onto your helmet, in my case, my helmet, And it's really, really inconspicuous. I've walked into so many shippers and receivers. I've talked to so many people, 1,000. And like a handful of people noticed it. And even if they do notice it, they don't even say anything. You know what I mean? So it's really conspicuous. What I do is I put one on. At this point, I have 3 because they either run out of memory, they run out of battery, they run out of storage, they run out of something. So I got 3 as backup. 2 wasn't enough. I got the 3rd one. And now I go to the shipper. Before even I go to the shipper, I click record and I keep it recording. As soon as I hear a beep, I go grab the second one, I grab the second one, and I run through that one. And usually they're good for 30 minutes. I'm usually at the shipper for like an hour or so. And that's it. 2 is enough. But in an emergency, I can use the 3rd one and use it. And so that's it. I take that footage, I dump it onto the hard drive, and I send it to an editor that I found in Philippines. His name is Mr. Trevor. Trevor's a G. And he edits it for me. So again, I didn't start there. So if you're trying to do social media, if you're trying to start there, you're probably saying, how do I find the editor? How do I shoot the footage? How do I? Just start somewhere, okay? And then the steps will become evident. It's hard to not take the next step because it's obvious. It's like, okay, my shit's ran out of battery today.
Yeah.
If I had a second one, now you got 2. Now you got more footage. But as far as the editor, I'll just hand it out. I got this from a course that I paid $2,700 for. He showed me other stuff, but this is one of the things that I learned from him. You go to a website called ph.jobs. That's it. That's all you type in. But if you want to go to, that's the domain name. But if you want to go into Google and you type in ph space jobs, that'll be the first link. You click on that, make an account. It'll give you 1,000 editors that are super affordable. Okay. They make good money because the conversion to them is nice. Okay, $1,000 a month is really good money for them. And so don't feel bad for like slave labor or something. They get paid, you get your video, everybody's happy. If they weren't happy, they wouldn't edit the shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, I found my editor. He does it for me. But in addition to that, I personally try to be authentic.
Yeah.
Like today I'm doing a podcast before the day started, 9 a.m. Hey guys, I know the New Year's resolution was 26. It is what it is. Life's tough.
Yeah.
We did 6. Today is 7. Can't wait for you guys to see it. We're going to edit it. It'll be out by the end of the week. We're chilling. That, like, they see my clothes. They see where I live. They see the car. They see, not the Mercedes. I'm saying, like, my car as in who I am.
Yes.
And they grow a bond with that. And if you show up every single day, they have no choice. Like, so many times, I post a video that has some bullshit in it. Like, that makes me look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bunch of people start attacking me. And then my tribe, bro, my people, my culture, my warriors, the fat stacks people, they come into the comments and they start defending me. They're like, no, David's not retarded. He's probably better than you. Or they call me slow.
I wanted to ask about that. Like, how do you deal with that, mental side or the mental side of social media, like the negative,
The hate?
the hate,
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to deal with the love, right? Obviously, everybody loves to be appreciated.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the negative side of social media? How do you personally take it?
Man, I got to say, all of it as a whole is depressing because...
Does it affect you? Like,
Of course, 100%.
Okay.
Sometimes I read a comment, it fucks up my whole life.
Really?
Because there's some truth to it, or maybe there's some bullshit to it, or something that I'm insecure about, and they just hit the right nerve. It fucks me up. Either the day's ruined, or I stop making those types of videos, or I change the direction.
So it actually does affect you that strong?
Big time, huge,
Wow, okay.
huge. I want to say that it doesn't. I would say there's levels to hate, and there's levels of how personal things can get. And some of it, the generic stuff, go back to your country, bro. That shit doesn't even hit my radar. All right, I'll go back to my country.
What's one of the worst comments you've ever got?
Something like with David.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like you're a terrible role model. You yell at him all the time, and you could be doing a lot more. And they didn't use curse words. They didn't say anything offensive. It was like something that touched the nerve. Because I care about David a lot.
Something personal to you.
If I leave him alone, that's it. He's cooked. He'd be under the bridge doing drugs. Like, and Vasek can't take care of him. He's like my responsibility. It's almost like he's my son.
Right.
And so when people touch that nerve, like, fucks me up. I mean, I don't go cry or something, but like, I either go to the video, take it down or something, or, I mean, again, after 3,000 videos, I've become numb to so many of these comments and videos and things. But like, that's just one of the ones I remember early on is when Trevor posted something about David and David looked bad. All of us looked bad. Also, I remember this shit fucked me up. I guess maybe you won't feel it or the audience won't feel it so much, but again, I feel a great, I guess, obligation to make sure David's squared away. And on the video, somebody attacked David verbally. They were like making fun of him.
I don't know about this part.
You're supposed to protect the back of your head. It's okay.
We're just messing with you. Don't take it serious. Yeah.
David got bullied, more or less. He got picked on by and this like redneck's place. We're probably in Louisiana somewhere. They're chewing, they're freaking hard-headed sideways. They're dirty. They're just rednecks. And they got nothing better to do than talk shit. That's like their whole life. It's nothing against them. They're just being them. Next trucker shows up, they'll talk shit too. Like, it's not against me. It's not against David. It's just something that happened. And something that I really regret that somebody pointed out in the comments. Basically, David's wearing his hard hat backwards or something.
Okay.
This is a default comment. David wears his yellow hat backwards or something, and he has a strap. He looks slow. He is actually slow, but on top of that, he looks even slower with the hat. This is, I think everybody's used to these comments, including my fans. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's David. What are you talking about?" But these rednecks decide to make fun of him. Like, "Oh, are you slow? Like, why is it backwards?" And David at that point hasn't said anything, so they don't know he's actually like speech impediment.
Right.
And what I hate myself for, holy fucking shit, is I took their side. I didn't turn around, pointed at David and started laughing with him. It wasn't like that. But I also didn't defend David. I was trying to just diffuse the situation. Because with shippers, you can't be a problem.
Yeah, you don't want to cause issues.
You don't want to piss them off because they'll call the broker. You don't want to piss them off because they'll say, "Fuck you, we're not loading you. Truck rejected." You don't want to piss them off because it might take 3 hours to load you. You don't want to piss them off because for a million reasons.
Right.
You need to make it as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
So just for somehow, instinctively, my instinct to have a successful pickup
was stronger, right?
Was stronger than my instinct also. Both of these are instincts to take care of David. But the comment said some shit about, "You're a terrible brother. How could you betray your guy for the shipper? Fuck the shipper. Why aren't you defending your brother? Fuck you. You're a terrible guy." And because like it's so close to me, like to my heart, to my feelings. This was early on. I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe it was a year ago. I was like, fuck. Like my whole day was fucked. I might have
afterwards.
I might even.
What was your reaction?
It was. We had a. Of course,
No, like what was your reaction? Did you do anything
in the
did
moment?
It make you like feel like, oh, I need to go apologize to David for
Bro,
this?
David has the thickest skin in the world. You want to go offend him? Good luck. There's nothing you can say that will. You won't even see an eyebrow go up. He'll just turn around and he pretend like you don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to touch him, like me, I don't know, sensitive, not sensitive, but I'll hear it and it'll probably affect me. Even if I try to not to show it, you'll see that it's bothering me. David fucking zero. Doesn't even hit him. It just goes right over. Not because he doesn't understand it, but because the shit's thick, his skin. And maybe he got bullied through school for a speech impediment, maybe whatever.
I think he developed some thick skin.
Yeah, he definitely has a defense, like some type of thing that, dude, good luck trying to offend him. You're not going to offend him. So me defending or me having that, I feel bad personally because that guy knows what's going on. I know that I betrayed my brother for bullshit $2,000. And he called me out on it. And this is like a deep thing to notice. If you're just watching the
But what did you actually specifically say? What was it like?
I didn't respond to him. Fuck him. I might have deleted Instagram that day.
In that during that situation, like what was your response when they were making fun of him? What did you actually say? Did you actually
I said something teasing, like, oh yeah, we're all slow.
Oh, okay.
Like, not to shit on him some more, but also I didn't, or no, maybe I even said, David, come on, man, why are you wearing that hat? As a joke,
Mm.
to try to make friends with them, to make this whole shit smoother so I can get out of here and make my money.
Mm.
But in my mind, it didn't look that bad.
Right.
Whatever, 4 months later, when Trevor got to the footage, he posted it. I saw the video. Well, maybe I read the comment first. I was like, what? And then I saw the video. I was like, oh, fuck me.
Mm.
I'm the worst. And I took it personal. And then eventually, yeah, it was a whole goddamn, I wanted to feel better about myself. So eventually, I'm in Columbus. All of my family members are there. It's not about me. It's some holiday or something. And I was like, guys, look. Or no, social media popped up. Evan, my brother-in-law, he asked me something. This, that, and that, hard hat. And then basically David came up and that video came up and I was like, yo, I was wrong. I'm fucked up.
Okay.
And I said sorry to David officially, formally. It might even be on camera. I have
Nice.
to go.
Well, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad
Yeah.
that I always feel bad for things like that. Even if I'm not at fault, I always
But
it touches me that too. I get emotional over these things too.
yeah.
So I know what you mean.
But I did it mostly for me because again, David doesn't give a shit. It's like apology or not.
Right. No,
He's
of
like,
course.
"What?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Hard hat or what
So-
hard hat?
Yeah.
He doesn't remember.
But what motivates you to actually keep going, like not quitting, like, because I mean, you have those easy
That's
moments.
true.
You have those moments where you actually do get, the viral video that
Yeah.
kind of stimulates you, but it doesn't happen every day, right? It doesn't happen as often as you'd like. So what is it actually that? Is it the next? Do you wait for that next viral video? Is that what motivates you, or is it some kind of like your meditated kind of thing that occurred to you during as you were like saying go through the military? You already knew that you wanted to do your content creation, and this is like a long term game kind of thing. Like, what is it that motivates you? That
Great as I made trucking seem in the early days, right? 25,000 a week. Let's make some money. The more I'm in the industry, the realize how shitty it is. There's almost no winning. I don't want to sound like a pessimist to all the people trying to build a fleet, but like compared to all the businesses, the profit margins are so low. Your risk is so high. Your need for involvement in daily operations is so high. Like it's hard to build a team that takes care of all of it.
Mhm.
Like OCMC and Dennis, they've been working on it for decades. And they still show up every day to a video saying, bro, I'm going through hell. Like, how am I going to make it tomorrow? Like, FMCSA is squeezing us. The drivers are getting more and more complainy. The things are getting worse and worse for us as like immigrant or European trucking companies.
Definitely.
Like, we're getting squeezed from all directions. And not only was we getting squeezed, because I felt it too. When the markets and the rates dropped, we got 3 red dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're chilling. Oh, it died or something. That's cool. That's why we have the redundancy. But this is MVP. Boys, if you want to buy FX3 or if you want to know why FX3 costs $4,000 versus saving $2,000 to buy an A7 IV for the same quality footage, by the way, both cameras shoot 4K. This beast is a workhorse, man. The batteries doesn't overheat. Well, it can record high resolution at higher frame rates. It comes with that top handle, which allows you to record this audio, and it just works, man. It never gives up, doesn't overheat, doesn't do anything. The motherfucker is $4,000, I understand. But it's worth every penny because it's reliable, man. We're trying to shoot this podcast. This gentleman flew out from across the country. We expect all this expensive shit to work. The FX3 is the only thing that hasn't given up on us yet. So that's why you should pay 4K. That's it. Big shout out to FX3 fans / Sony company. Anyways,
let's
back to the podcast.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. But I think it's the time to kind of ask the key question, right? Because I mean, we started with where we the background story, the come up, the military, the drive, the hustle. Now, what you've made it this far. You've made it, further than most people have ever even tried.
Yeah.
At certain level, you have to realize that you have to have an understanding what success is for you.
Yeah.
What is it for you? What does success mean? And are you there? Where are you at?
That's a good question. I would be guilty if I didn't squeeze in my Fat Stacks promo. Fat Stacks is the name of the game. That's the most important thing in life. There are no other steps than step one, which is to get rich. After you get rich, then all other steps become available. This has been since day one, since I was 10 years old or 7 years old and I couldn't afford to eat, goddammit. This is where this philosophy came from. But it was added on to as I went through life. So success is ultimately following what you're called to do. Here's a couple problems with this. How are you supposed to know what you're called to do? How are you supposed to know if you're on the right path? How are you supposed to know that whatever it is that you do decide to follow is what you're actually supposed to follow and not some bullshit that you made up, right? If you're going to put 70 or 80 years of your life into a single direction, right? Because if you change directions every weekend, you'll be a loser. You need to commit to something for 20, 30, 40 years to be good at it. And so, which comes with a lot of responsibility, like, what do I devote myself to for my life? And I guess your progress along that path would be success. So there's a couple questions with this philosophy. And I would say, first of all, let me preface, just rewind 2 minutes. I don't know how qualified I am to speak on the matter because all the 80-year-olds would laugh at me if they heard a 31-year-old handing out advice. They're like, bro, you're a child. You just started to reach your strides. Bro, let's wait 20 years. We'll see if you're successful or not. So I don't know how qualified I am to preach on the matter, but there were points in my life where I couldn't move. I like that time when I lived in my car, at some point, I just couldn't move. Like, I didn't want to do anything. It's raining. My videos aren't doing that good. Digital marketing, not so good. This entrepreneurial thing fucking sucks. I'm not making any money. I don't know if I'm going to succeed with this in the future. I don't know if I'm completely wasting my time. I don't know if I should go have kids, start a family, or do this. Like, am I chasing an empty dream? I've been at it for 6 months. I literally have zero to show for it. And after like so much shitty feedback from all of your efforts to try to do better, you start to doubt yourself. And I've been in times where like there's no hope whatsoever. And I would say the way to find out who you are is, one, to get rid of the noise. Okay? All of us, because we live in this world, we're all subject to like things that we're supposed to do. I call them shoulds. By age 20, you should have a good job. By age 25, you should be graduating university. You should have a car. You should have a nice house. You should have kids. You should have all of these. And by the end of the day, if you bestow all these fucking shoulds onto yourself, you can't hear at all what you're actually supposed to do because you're doing some bullshit thing that the society expects from you. So what I would say is go, this is me telling you what to do, go to a different city. The reason I can preach this advice is because I lived through it. When I left Columbus into the military, I've never been to LA, I've never been to California, I've never done helicopters, I've never done military. Basically, me moving to a different city that I've never been part of before, it allowed me to take a fresh look at my life. Right? I wasn't forced to believe all the things I believed to growing up. So basically, step one is just to leave your environment, wherever it's at. Even if it's across town, just go somewhere where you don't know anybody. And this is the main thing I was trying to do when I lived in my car. Basically, change your environment. Two, reduce your liability as much as you can. No car payment, no house payment, no expensive things. Go eat chicken bakes at a Costco for a living. They're really cheap. They're
Not
good.
the healthiest thing.
Yeah, not the healthiest. If you want to be a little bit healthier, go fucking Chipotle. I don't know. But right now, the objective is not to be healthy. The objective is to find out who you are. Basically, you're trying to reduce your overhead as much as possible. And as you reduce your overhead, proportionally, you're able to reduce the amount of shoulds because you don't give a fuck. You are almost financially free. If you make 10K and you go to Philippines and you're paying $300 for rent for a month and then $100 for food for a month, effectively, you can live without responsibility for 10 years. This is what you living responsibility free for however long that you can allow yourself to do so allows you to listen to who you are. Okay? Because before that, you can't. 7 a.m., I got to get a job or I got to go to work. Whatever, lunch. Oh, fucking Becky wants to go to lunch. I guess I got to hang out with her. Now you came home, I got to wash the dishes. And then you clutter your goddamn life with all this bullshit. Now you don't have any time whatsoever to experiment, to see what you're passionate about, to do what you do. And this doesn't apply to any age bracket, bro. If you're 57, that's it. Go to the different city, abandon all responsibility and find out who you are. Because you going through these motions and being a robot of some bullshit set of expectations that were probably subconsciously imposed upon you, you're a failure because you're fulfilling all these things by something that somebody expects you to do. And you're emotionally connected to it. And so now go to job, go to job, go to job. I think that's a failure. Maybe people find peace in it and happiness in it and they justify it somehow to be successful, whatever. Oh, I got food in my fridge. I guess I'm successful or I shouldn't complain. No, bro, we're all called to be great. We're all called to do good. We're all called to be leaders for millions of people. We all have it within us. It's just most of us don't have the courage to go to the new city, block out fucking the whole world, and then really listen to yourself what you want to do. Now, Einstein said something smart. I'm not smart enough as him. I'm not even remotely close to as smart as him. But something that he quoted, something that he said that was quoted was that the same level of thinking is not going to get you out of problems that got you into them in the first place, right? So
Correct.
If you have a life philosophy that clearly failed you and you're in the worst, shittiest moment in your life, the same level of thinking or no changes to your current thinking is not going to magically catapult you into a better life. You'll continue to be in your shit situation. And so the only way to change your apparent life is to reintroduce some new ideas. Okay? And lucky for you,
Actually,
fucking Earth has existed for 2,000 years. Millions and millions and billions of people have lived, and all of them, not all of them, there were a lot of greats, a lot of people that documented their entire lives, their philosophies, their beliefs, and successful people by all definitions. And it would be foolish to go through life without fucking taking a goddamn peek into some of the books that were written by the greats. What were you going to say?
thank you. That's actually a great point. But I was going to say, I don't remember if it was Einstein or not who quoted this, but it's something similar to what you were talking about. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let's look it up.
It's the definition of insanity is doing the things the same exact way and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
That's the definition of insanity. And I'm actually glad you said that.
I hear that.
But to summarize, I think, would it be accurate to say that
I'm
you're...
not done. I'm not done. I have a whole thing that I need to talk about life, about success.
Oh, okay,
I wanna go
okay.
deep.
Okay, no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter who says it. The
Yeah, it
idea is what's
You're right.
valuable
You're right. Go ahead.
because,
Finish your thought, please.
and your quote is completely separate, but it's the same idea. Like, you're insane if you think things are going to change, if whatever. The reason I bring this up is because I had a chance to do this in my 6 months living in my car, right? Because yes, you can go to Starbucks. Yes, you can play with different softwares to try to do different things, but eventually you get into a rut and you don't want to do anything. And because your life is so shitty, you're more available emotionally to consider things that might improve your life, right? If you're doing good and if you're making money, if things are good at the house, your relationships are good, you're not really going read a personal development book or a success book. You're like, bro, everything's good. Nothing's broken. Why do I fix it? At least You're not in the mood to go and try to improve your life. At least that's how it works for me. I'm sure that it works like that, the same for you. But when your whole goddamn life is falling apart, when you went through bankruptcy or something, I never did, but I can imagine that's stressful. You're losing your house, you can't pay rent, whatever, something's wrong, your boss is mad at you, your relationships are terrible, and you broke your leg and your dog died. Let's say your whole life is falling apart. In that state of mind, it's much easier to open up a book and try to do better. Because whatever you're working is not working. So you're like, clearly this just not working. Let me find a better way. So you start reading. It's true for me. I know it's true for everybody else. You can relate. And even if it's a YouTube video, when you're going through a shitty part of your life and you come across a video that's like motivational, inspirational, it just flows. It goes right in. You're like, fuck, he's right, man. I need to change this and this and this. But when you're doing good, fuck that. You're like, skip, next video.
You should be able to reflect on yourself at that point. If you're
Exactly.
just thinking that, hey,
When
I'm
you're
the
low.
best, I'm doing whatever I can, and I'm working hard enough, when you're actually not, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
there are those people who don't have that sense of, you know, they're so insecure they can't look at themselves from, you know, the outside perspective and say, hey, you know, I'm actually not the shit. I'm not, you know, I'm
Yeah.
actually not doing that great.
When you say you're the shit, you're like closed off
Yeah,
to becoming better.
yeah.
Go ahead, I interrupted you.
No, that was just kind of, you know,
Yeah.
adding on to what you were saying.
I got you.
But
Okay, so the reason I say you need new ideas is because thousands of people, smart, really smart people, believe me, they're smarter than you. At least one or two or three or a dozen or 1,000 people are smarter than you. Why I say you need to go and read books is personal development books, not some bullshit. How do I say it? Let me say this. I'll tell you, I don't know what you need to go read. This is what I've discovered. These are my father figures. They are my dads. They are my idols. They are my motivation. They're my everything. I'm going where I'm going because of them. And this might sound like I should. It's not. It's like a whole circle inside of a circle through. Until you read all those books, fuck you. Don't judge me. Anyways, the people that changed my life is Bob Proctor. Okay, he's written dozens of books, but a specific, I'll say specifics, something that really changed my life or that allowed me to move, right? Because I was depressed for a while. I couldn't move. And then I could move. What changed? Not the world. It was the shit that was in my head. And the way it got in there is through the books. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you only become available to accept what's in the books when you have a shitty life, rock bottom. Anyways, some of the people that helped me is Bob Proctor, specifically a book and a seminar called the same, called You Were Born Rich. Bullshit title, I agree. Unless you listen to the whole 11 hours of podcast and you study the book, read it at least 10 times. Don't judge the title, okay? You're doing yourself a disservice. Okay, recommendation number 1. Recommendation number 2 is Jim Rohn. And again, these are my heroes. And I connected with them because of my backstory, but also their backstory. Like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. The reason I connected with him is because he was a Marine. He was in aviation. He was a pilot. I was a mechanic. He didn't do good in English. He said he failed that shit 3 times. I failed that shit 12 times. Anyways, so I connect with him. This is a later reference, but Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, sold 3 gajillion copies of his book. You should go read that too. And it'll change your life, financially speaking. Second is Jim Rohn. He has books written. I never listened to those. I listened to his audio recordings from his podcast, and he talks in a way where it goes in. I am allowed to listen to it a lot. And the only way for you to change is if you consider an idea a lot. If you hear it once, nothing's going to change. You're going to go back to your life habits, old habits, and you're good. But I guarantee you, if you hear a phrase 1,000 times, it's going to be part of you. It's going to be part of your thinking. And if you think about it, you'll do it. If you do your life will change. So basically, auto-suggestion. There's a book called, anyways, third, Jim Rohn, a lot of audio. Just look up Jim Rohn audio, listen to all of it, find the best stuff that fits you. Third reference is a book called Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Jesus Christ. I've listened and read that book at least 100 times. Mostly like once a day. I would spend what I would do is I'd pull up a Google Docs sheet or any kind of whatever, Word document, sheet, software, whatever I want to use. I used either Word doc, Pages on Mac, stuff like that. I would go to the PDF version. I would highlight the whole chapter. I would separate the paragraphs and I would separate the sentences within the paragraphs. And I would read each sentence fucking 10 times until I understood. Out of desperation and depression, you do these things. You're like, I literally don't fucking want to do anything. Fuck everybody. I'd rather die than do anything else. But there's a slight glimmer of hope within this book. Therefore, I'm going to go read the book. But you only do this shit when you're so bottom. Like at some point, you literally don't want to do anything. I've never been that low in my life before after going through this little personal development journey. I get discouraged. Yes, I lose a day. I might lose 3 days into this so-called whatever, discouragement, depression. But it's not depression. It's just a bad week. If I get a full night's sleep and I got some good food, fucking I'm back to right where I need to be. So basically, this was a time where food and sleep wouldn't fix it. You could sleep fucking 16 hours. It makes things worse. You're like, fuck, I slept a lot and I feel like shit. So, third reference is Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. You don't need any other information from him. He also written not hundreds, at least a couple dozen books, 24, 30, 40 books, something like that. Napoleon Hill has been producing all his life. But the only book that I recommend, which is probably the only one that I read, I didn't really read the rest of his stuff, is Think and Grow Rich. You need to read that book at least every year once. If you don't, fuck you. Anyways, fourth reference is, and these are all books that, fuck, I don't even know how to say it. They're kind of common sense. But you still need good information to be ran through your head consistently for you to change, right? Just because you know what a good thing is, but you have shit in here, you're going to have a shit life.
You have to be open-minded, is what you think, right? Like you have to be open-minded enough to take in the information that.
So one of the chapters within Think and Grow Rich is called autosuggestion. Basically what that means is, yes, this is a good idea, and yes, you need to do it, but if you don't run it through your head 1,000 times a day, your life won't change.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is good stuff. You have a bunch of shit, and then your life will be shit because this is not in here yet.
Yeah.
Or at least you're not emotionally connected to it. And whatever. So you need to really read this stuff 1,000 times. Otherwise, it's not going to work. If you read Think and Grow Rich once, that's it. A month later, you'll forget about it. You'll go back to being in your life. And then if you're wondering why your life didn't change, it's because you didn't read that shit 1,000 times. You need to read it a lot. It's called autosuggestion. You need repetition. It's the mother of all learning. Okay? Bruh. Anyways,
Got it.
so these books are like kind of common sense. Yes, you should study every day, study your craft. Otherwise, how are you going to get better? Or a lot of it's obvious. So the first three I mentioned are kind of Bob Proctor. You Were Born Rich. His is not obvious. He uses science to explain philosophy to you.
Yeah.
That way you can understand yourself more. The Circle. I wish I could talk about it more.
Yeah.
But
No, we can go on for hours.
Okay.
I believe it.
Okay, two more references.
Oh, you got 2 more references. Okay.
Just Google New Thought into, because if you're listening to this podcast is going to be 3 hours long, okay? And if you made it this far, then I know you're desperate to change. And if something that I say influences you to change completely the direction of your life, that's worth it for me, getting to be in this hot-ass studio, sweating bullets. Anyways, fourth is...
No, you're on 5th. You're, no.
No, fourth. First one. What? Robert Kiyosaki was like side off. You should read that.
Let's
just say it's
let's
fourth.
do the last one and then we'll wrap up.
Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich, and Joseph Murphy, every single book by him, okay? It's going to teach you some fucking next level shit. Not even going to talk about it. It's like spiritual. It's going to take you to a new dimension. Okay, Jesus came for us. He saved our sins. He died. When a gun's pointed at your head, you forget all that shit. But if you go on a detour and you find out all this other shit, these other frameworks will hold you to the ground a lot more than Jesus did ever for me. no throwing rocks at Jesus. It's just he wasn't the one that saved my life. Assuming that saving somebody's life is giving them the liberty to fucking move. A lot of people are depressed. They're stuck. They can't leave their old house. They can't leave their old environment. They can't leave their life because they're afraid. But to go through that fear, to go and change your life, you need some other fucking frameworks that work.
Yeah.
Because clearly Jesus is not doing it for you.
Yeah. We're not gonna.
All right, sorry.
We,
This is personal.
This is a topic for a completely different day.
No,
But
you
we
said-
could
you said-
definitely do it in round 2 and do it on religion, because a lot of things I do agree with you. I personally come from a religious background myself, but we'll save that for another day.
Summary: leave the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Give
Can I actually summarize?
Go ahead.
Would I be able to
Let-
give me an attempt to summarize
Let's
what
do it.
your success definition of this? So from what I gather is, in order for you to be successful, first of all, you do need the money, right? You cannot be successful without finances, correct? Would you say that's accurate?
No, because when you're in a piece of shit $2,000 Honda Civic,
Hold on.
and you're depressed,
Hold on.
you have no money, but you also don't have
Correct.
any willingness
But
to make money.
I know, but
You're
that's what
fucked.
I'm saying. You cannot, sure, you cannot be
If-
successful if you have no money. But the point to getting that money, right, from what I gather from what you were saying,
Yeah.
is to be able to understand what is it that you are meant to do. What are you called to do? What are you on this earth to do? And in order for you to realize what it is that you're called to do, you have to cancel out the noise. You got to get off the status quo idea of what you're supposed to do. Get your job, work your 9 to 5. Leave your current state, leave your town, whatever you need to do to get your mind right, to find who you really are, to find that success. Am I right? Is that more or less a good summary?
Can I add something in there? real quick?
Definitely. Go ahead.
I just spent like 5 minutes shitting on Jesus. I want to say that the real short answer to life purpose or the meaning of life, which inevitably is success or not success in your life, is to serve. Okay? The whole New Testament can be summarized into 2 ideas. Well, no. Fuck, again, I don't want to get religious,
Bro,
but this is...
let's not.
Fuck.
No.
Anyways, go and serve others. It's about love. Okay, that's the meaning of life. Which fat stacks is inevitably that. Okay, money is the byproduct of service, and the definition of business is fucking service. So if you're not serving anybody, by definition, you're a failure. So it's not about you. It's not about your bullshit fucking Pilates classes. It's about you sacrificing your life and then giving all of your soul to enrich other people's lives. That's like the fucking 3,000 above view rainbow. Why did I say rainbow? Bird's eye view. Bird's eye view to success, which is to go serve, which is the byproduct of love. So love is the ultimate definition of success. But if I say that to the guy in the fucking Civic that can't move, that's useless to him.
Sure.
Because I threw rocks at that advice. Be like, fuck you. What do you mean love? Where's my money at? It doesn't fit because the bridge is not covered.
Yes.
It has to be
It's
every
a
single
process.
step.
Yes, you can't skip steps in order to get to your success. I get it.
I bet if I found some dude in the Civic that I saw had some level of fire to have a better life, I could show him the way.
Sure.
Because I walked that path.
Sure. Yeah.
But before all the Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Wallace D. Waddles, Joseph Murphy, I would not be qualified. I'd be like, well, do better, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That would be the end of my advice. But now I can walk him step by step how to walk out of depression. Because I knew how difficult it was.
Nice.
It wasn't for long, but when it was there, it was tough.
I feel that pain, man.
Urgh.
I feel that pain.
All right, that's it. Success is love. That's
Yeah.
my answer. Final answer.
I concur. I like that. That was great, man. That was great.
Dude, I
I
swear to God, I'm
appreciate
pumped
that. I
up.
appreciate that.
I could
honestly.
talk for like 10 days
I believe you. I believe you.
because this is what matters.
But unfortunately, we will have to wrap this up. And I actually wanted to, I want to wrap it up with a little lightning round, if you don't mind. I'm gonna throw some things at you, and you answer quickly. You're just gonna.
Let's
I'll
do
give
it.
you 2 choices, and you just gotta pick one. Okay. So, number one, you first of all, I guess this is not a pick, but what's your favorite truck stop meal?
Fuck me. Chicken sandwich loves.
Chicken sandwich loves, okay. Favorite highway?
These are good questions. Wyoming,
Quick.
I-80, bro.
I-80 Wyoming, okay. Manual or automatic?
Automatic. Truck or car?
Okay, let's do car.
Fucking manual, bro. Civic.
I saw those videos, so yeah.
But
What
truck,
about truck?
fuck that, bro. I'm gonna put my foot up,
Automatic?
put a movie.
Yeah, I
Automatic.
feel that. If you had to pick between $100 million social media company or $100 million trucking company, which one would you choose?
Fuck trucking. Social media all day.
All right. And who would be your next TikTok collab with? Who would you want to have it with?
Bro, I wish you had like 20 of these, bro. I want to answer so many of these. Next TikTok collab?
Yeah, who would you want to have?
Fucking Rick Ross, President Donald Trump. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't really get fired up about collaborations because you have to earn it. The million followers
But
that you want.
who would it be for you? Like, who's your
Oscar is next.
Oscar?
Up the list.
Sure.
Recently, he followed me. I followed him on IG. I don't care about TikTok.
Okay.
IG is the most credible source of social media, I think. And we connected. Podcast, no podcast. I don't know what happens. That's my next collaboration. But after that, it'll be more and more and more and more until the whole world knows me. But I'm just saying, I don't value collaborations because if you want 1 million followers, you have to earn it.
Yes.
You can't just go and suck up to somebody
Yeah,
and then
build off of their platforms.
build up. Yeah, you gotta go and build your own people.
Yeah. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Fuck coffee.
Coffee?
I never drink tea. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess we'll just finish up with these. What would be your last 3 words that describe you?
Fat stacks of cash. We can cross out the off.
All right. I think that's fair.
That is fair.
I think
It's my license plate. We're gonna put it as B-roll.
all right. I think that should wrap it up. Or let's give it a last message to the listeners. What would be your last absolute?
Who's listening?
Who's listening? I mean, who do you think is listening? Actually, who do you think is listening to us right now?
Okay.
Who would you want to have?
Here's who I want to touch
your
the
message.
most. Here's who I want to touch the most. I talked about a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say somebody's fired up about military. They can go in the military and they'll be just fine without me. But the guy in the Civic that's fucking dying emotionally, I guess, he's okay. His body's fine. He's 18 years old. He's chilling. But he's hopeless. And he's like this close to killing. I never had suicidal thoughts. But he could be. He could be like this close to killing himself. And so I would much rather touch him than touch the military guy. Fuck the military guy. He's got a 6-pack. He'll be just fine. Marines, but this guy won't be fine. And so if I can touch him, I'd rather do that. And my my advice to him would be, see, if I say don't give up, fuck that. That's weak.
Pretty generic.
Keep looking. Keep looking.
Keep searching.
Yeah. Because the next thing will fire you up. Like trucking, I almost broke my finger. Bro, I couldn't sleep. I was like, bro, where's my next load?
Yeah.
And who knew? For somebody, trucking is the most boring thing. And fuck the truck. It's big. I'm going to fall asleep. I don't like the highways. I got to drive in the snow. Fuck trucking. Like, this would be their first impression. But when I saw it, it changed my whole life. And so you never know what will touch you.
Yes.
And so you have to keep looking.
Yes.
So the new thing will give them. But also fucking go read some books, bro.
Yeah.
This shit ain't going to get better if you don't get new information.
For sure.
That's it. That's all my advice to the guy in the city.
Okay. Well, I mean, there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Learned a little bit about you, a lot about you. I've learned something about you that I will take away. So thank you again for agreeing to do this podcast, brother. This was fun.
Thank you for tolerating me. I know I drift around between my points. Half the time I forget my points, so you got to remind me.
I know exactly what you mean, man.
And
I do the same.
And it's been
hard. It's hard.
These cameras aren't working half the time, and we've been here for 3 hours, and then 3 hours before that we were setting up the gear. So
yeah,
and the reason it took so long is because I yap so much. So thank you for your attention, and thank you for the team that's here. You guys are the best. Now we get some fucking mission barbecue. Sweet some ribs.
Nie обязательно. На камеру.